Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Inhale stream, where we just sniff super hard when I say 3, 2, 1. God, it was beautiful. I love it. I need more of it in my life. Here, let me try. Did it work?
No,
A
you have
little
to
bit.
you have to turn off your audio gating, which I'm going to do right now.
I'll
so
never
it's
do
proper
that,
sniff.
because not sponsored by Crisp Studio. Guys, with Crisp Studio powering Discord's Autobot, if you get the professional... Welcome to the Shill stream, everybody. I hope everyone's doing alright wherever you are. No matter where you are. Okay? Who's ready to play some goddamn Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Kaloo. It is the
What a
day
day.
that we shall play D&D.
Buzz.
The end.
No way.
D&D.
No, why don't we
way.
just do budget D&D where it's Dungeons or Dragons? You get one or the other.
True, that's
There's
basically
dragons?
what it is, except your options don't have either.
Yeah, indeed.
Let's go around the table and say how we're doing. We're still down Eric, so whenever we see him, let's just do a solo session with Eric, guys. None of you show up next week. If Eric's there,
Okay.
he's gotta run it all by himself.
Damn.
I won't
Yeah.
even be there.
Read that
Okay.
when he fell
Yeah.
into the ocean.
Eric
True.
will be judge,
Yeah,
jury, and
recap.
executioner.
By the way, we are powered by Tums because it's the only thing keeping me alive. So,
Gamer fuel.
Orion, how you been?
Yeah, doing fine. Still no job.
Same.
Had a really bad headache yesterday or last week, and it turned to a migraine, and it debilitated me so much that I couldn't sit up from my bed.
Do you get cluster migraines?
I didn't until last week.
Oh, shit.
Ah. Well then.
Well, I'm glad to see you made it through.
Yep.
I suffer chronically from Charlie horses, which goes to our next player, Charlie.
I too fucking hate cramps.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good today. Yesterday, I spent 6 hours going between the DMV and what the fuck is it called? I don't know. It's wherever you
DPS?
pay your fucking property tax, which
Oh.
is like 20 miles away for some godforsaken reason.
Oh, sick.
So I got to spend like 6 hours doing that, and then when I got done, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the person at the DMV gave me a number to call when I got my shit done so that we could just fucking do it over the phone. I wouldn't have to waste my time going up there again. So I called the number, and it's like you're in line. You're the 18th person in line. We'll be with you in 25 minutes. Leave a message with your number and your problem. So I left a message. And after an hour, nothing happened. So I called it again. And after an hour, nothing happened and they were closed. So I took off work today and told them I was sick. Because fuck my work as well.
Nice.
And then I finished my fucking issue.
Who the fuck fucked your hair, is what I want to know.
My
Hit
hair?
his ass.
Yeah.
Damn.
What?
No one.
Can you
I haven't got my
turn?
hair cut.
What?
It's just, they don't cut, for whatever reason, I've gone to the same place multiple times and I haven't noticed. They haven't cut my fucking bangs. So my bangs are hanging down to my fucking eyeball. But they're like, when they're trimming it, they trim up here. So they're trimming a quarter of my fucking bangs. So I have no bangs over here for some fucking reason.
They're trying to give you an evil villain.
I know,
Yeah.
apparently.
What the
Looking
fuck?
like a fucking dipshit. I'm a fucking Naruto side
Speaking
character.
of people with beautiful bangs, Zane, how are you? I just saw that little motion you did over your
A
eye.
little. Ooh.
Remember when I had long hair? I did it too.
Nah, I fucking hate this.
Well,
I need to get it cut soon. Things have been alright. I want desperately to punch someone.
why?
Because they are an incompetent piece of shit.
Oh, I thought you just meant like anyone, not someone.
Just
Oh,
the
what
vague.
No,
function
a
that guy
specific
in particular.
someone.
Oh, okay. It's me, isn't it? I understand.
Yeah, it's always you.
Hey, brother. $15 will set it. All right, chill stream. Gimme.
Yeah, I had a fun start. I had my second ever session for my new pirate campaign with my friends, where we almost TPK'd an entire party of 6 level 12 players with only 3 monsters.
Damn.
What monsters?
Ow.
Oh!
They're homebrew monsters, and they only do about 20 damage per hit. And player HP is an average of 120 per character. And they
Sounds
almost
like
TPK.
that's their fault.
It really is. They didn't even roll poorly either. They're just like all magic characters and no martials.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be pirates, so...
Call them dumb
4
fucks.
wizards, 2 sorcerers.
No, they're all warlocks. One of them's a half warlock, half rogue. He's a-
Hexblades?
all
Any
warlock?
fucking
No.
hexblades?
No, he's a Kraken warlock, and then the other 6 are in rogue, so he doesn't even get evasion.
Nice.
Yeah.
You,
They're
all
also known as
warlock?
John, also known as my fellow undershirt bro. Oh,
Oh, I love
look how white
undershirts.
my neck is. Look at that. John,
Tan
how are you?
line. Pretty good. Unlike other people, I'm on that Sigma, do my job, don't complain mindset. You
More
know,
like a bitch mindset. Oh,
yeah, true. Hey,
He's becoming a Sigma Ligma male.
Ligma, yeah.
What I hear is you're employed and willing to pay for D&D.
You know,
I'll see you
I
later,
am
John.
employed,
Thanks for showing up. Guys, this is a session where I alienate all my players and only Eric shows up next week so I can do it to him alone. Oh, we're all fun and games until the fan fiction gets read. Speaking of fan fiction, who wants to give the recap for what happened last week?
About
Well,
the
I
person
was
who
not
didn't
here.
You motherfucker. You thought you could sneak by me, but you volunteered yourself. You're a good
What?
man. You're a good man, Orion.
Okay. Thank you. Last time on D&D, we went to we talked a lot about what we wanted to do, and did nothing until John motivated us with a whip, and told us to move on. We went to the library to find a certain Moogle,
Yeah.
and found his schedule and when he was going to do a debate with Sylvester Steele, which we found out was probably not going to be in our best interest. Second off, Dale, with his really good persuasion, went to the meet and greet, and found Kilfala and kind of convinced her that we were going to save her granddaughter and heir in return for, or either or, kill Sylvester Steele, depending on what our move says. And we went on our way after convincing her that we're on her side. Afterwards, we met with a Hafirian
Man.
spy, man, whatever he wants to identify himself as.
Fair.
Because I'm not going to assume genders. Yeah. That seems
Him.
non-magical, which freaked us up. And then we found out there were going to be a dinner of some kind, a party, which we were kind of invited to, kind of not. And before then, we kind of found a fan fiction of Tyrant, and we read it, finding out that it's a lot of lore heavy. Maybe lore, maybe a false narrative, because a lot of it is based off of stuff we already know about.
Fair.
And it just builds off of it. And that kind of freaked us all out. And that's where we left off.
We left off. Mirth, you T-pose into existence as Runt finishes the last word of the final epilogue of the omnibus that is the Tyrant's fanfiction. Let me actually go and find the names for the books real quick. I know you need them. I know you want them. John should have had them ready, but he didn't. Don't worry. I can find it.
Lickety
Oh my
split.
god. Okay. This is treason, Gibby, but Runt doesn't care. He's not in Tulst, and Jade can't spy on you right now. You know it. On a meta level, he cannot do it. So as you all listen to Runt, as you start flipping open your own copies, I will remind you, it is the 21st? I have you on the 21st. Tomorrow's the party with Kilfala, also known as Kilfala, if you want to drop an apostrophe, but whatever. And then 8 days after that is the Fontaine v. Steele economic debate, which will decide the future of Ugarest. What say you, gentlemen, as Runt closes the book, looks upon you?
Well,
I don't think it's a simple fanfic.
I think we can all kind of guess that.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
I think that's part of the problem. It's too good. Almost like it's... Well, there are several problems with this, primarily, but I'm going to let you speak before I talk more about my thoughts.
I was just thinking, did the tyrant ever read this? Because it kind of makes... Does it make sense? I am confused.
It had nothing to do with him. The epilogue had nothing to do with the tyrant at all.
Name dropped him.
They name dropped him, yeah.
If
Someone's gonna have to read this, though.
If the tyrant himself did not read this, then someone like Ozark or some other of his senior officers must have read this before, it spread it around too much to inform him of how dangerous it is. Because what other reason would he have to ban this?
Well,
if
that
he
is
himself...
exactly what I was thinking. I guess because we know a little bit, it seems more interesting. I guess that is the problem. It is too interesting. These gods and what is going on with them.
If you want my opinion, just on the small excerpts, in air quotes, that we read, it's far likely that the reason why he banned this is, even if what's in here is entirely true, which I'm willing to bet that not all of it is, but even if it was, it's likely not going to paint a good picture of the tyrant. Because if it seems like this is from the perspective of the so opposed gods that we'll be fighting. And so if it's from their perspective and we're the ones who are going to be fighting with them, if this gets around and people start seeing this, it's going to make the tyrant seem, well, as bad as a tyrant might seem.
I've got a question for the Kalukalayan in our midst.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care?
Fuck no.
Face.
I'm just about to slap Runt in the face and be like, who cares? This isn't your problem to fix. You have other shit to do right now.
Gordon agrees, as he's basically doing the Last Jedi fight of Revenge of the Sith with Xander, who he's trying to hit so that he'll drop the book that he is stealing. But Xander is physically dodging rather than just relying on his teleportation, so he doesn't lose the book that he stole that Gordon was willing to pay for. The grandmother and the children are watching at the spectacle of an older man, because he's not an old man, trying to hit someone who does not get hit, who is actively dodging him. It is the strangest thing you've ever seen. Sorry. Continue.
What if I distract Xander? I'll make this easy on Gordon. I'll start talking about spoilers at the end of the book.
No, don't spoil it!
Xander, did you read the end of the book? Oh my god, it was
I
so
flipped
good.
in the middle! Shut up! Shut up, don't get there! I was looking for me!
Xander, I don't think you're in this book.
I am! I flipped to the chapter. I felt it. Goran's gonna make an attack roll.
Xander just pulls out a pen and writes in the middle of the book.
That's a
Xander
natural
instead
one.
of Byron.
Xander was
Nice
here.
job, Gordon.
Gordon trips, falls, hits the old woman, and goes through the table as Xander does this, like, martial art, like, feng shui thing on him. And just, like, sends him careening.
Feng
I-
Shui.
Yeah,
It's,
feng
fu-
shui.
it's fucking Steven Seagal's made-up martial art.
Aikido? Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
He does a Steven Seagal move, or it looks like he's
Kicks him
about
in
to.
the
It's just no effort at all, but Gordon just goes fucking flying.
Power.
Alright.
You say it's not our problem, but it's going to be our problem at this party if anyone else gets their hands on these books. And by the looks of things, lots of people are getting their hands on these books.
Yes, but also, if I remember correctly, this is the day of the party. If
No.
not the day
No,
right
tomorrow.
before.
Next
Day
night.
before. On my
So-
calendar, it says the book dropped 5 a.m. on the 21st. And it is the morning
Okay.
for you guys, so it has to be the 21st.
Okay. Regardless, the book seems large enough that no one could feasibly read the entire thing.
True,
Okay.
but they don't need to.
Yeah, what if they do what we did and just read the beginning, the end?
We didn't even read the beginning.
Indeed.
Okay. It sounds
So
like
what, are we just
we're
just
split
gonna
on
read
a
this book?
decision here. It sounds like some people want to read the book, and other people have to prepare for the party. I don't remember who's all going to the party. I know Patrick, also known as Mr. Underground, also known as Charlie, also known as
Ale.
Dale. All the fake names got to me. I was like, Dan, Dave, Doug.
finally-
Nope.
Four
it's
levels
finally
deep.
happening.
Dive dodge. Stale.
Soon even he won't remember his own character's name.
Good soldiers follow orders, Timmer. Very true, Mr. Underground. So, who's going to the party? Show of hands.
God, I know that I should.
I'm
I
bringing
know-
my +1, of course.
Yeah, but he's bringing his +1 of Xander, and I don't know if that'll just flat out crash
You're
the
gonna
party and
leave
everyone runs
the
from it.
politicking of Tolst to Ugarestian's run?
No.
I know. That's why I want to go. But if I go, which I absolutely should, I want Zane to stay behind. Either Zane or Yugu to stay behind to read the book, or both.
You don't
And
trust Mirth?
Yugu.
To read the book and to tell us.
Mirth just rose his hand that he wanted to go to the party.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh.
fine with Mirth going to the party.
I didn't
I'm
know.
fine
I
with
just know
that.
Mirth's a doctor, so...
Yeah, I mean Mirth is a doctor, but he's also an egomaniac.
True.
So I don't trust his recounting of the book to us.
What I was thinking was, because the original plan was Zane and Yugu go to the party for, like, the telepathic bond and the arcane eye stuff.
Okay.
So while I'm doing the arcane eye looking around stuff, Yugu can read the book in, like, the car left in a parking lot or something.
So everyone's gonna be nearby to the party, reading books, potentially in a car.
Yep. Close enough that if someone were to crash the party, we could intervene.
Okay. Very true. Very good.
Am I
Merce?
going to the party or not?
You are.
Hey, nice.
I
Alrighty.
need to
Triple
find
H.
you a mask or something.
I already made a mask for Triple H.
Did you?
He's
No,
gonna
you
go
did
to the
not.
party.
You're going to
He's
the
gonna go to
party as Triple H?
Yeah, exactly.
Mirth, did you, like, open a book and read it? Or did you just listen to Ron to read it out loud?
I did both and kind of like read along with him.
Followed, yeah.
Okay, then Mirth, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh shit! I forgot that there was more than just madness. Uh-oh.
It's a
10.
Mirth, at one point when Runt is speaking, you know, he's not the best speaker. You've heard better in grade school. He's uneducated. It's a miracle he can read. Mirth, at one point that droning noise of his voice became white noise to you. And when you read through the final epilogue, every noun, so every name, was replaced with your name.
Wow.
All of them?
Every single subject that was in this 2,000 word ending of the book was all about you.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone would really believe this.
Probably not.
We don't have to worry about it. Let's just go to the party.
That's fair. But you think about that for a moment, Mirth. The possibilities, the set dressing. Talking to a serpent, you're the serpent. Talking to a bunch of goddesses, you're those goddesses. Hearing the internal monologue and perspective of the embodiment of death and oblivion, you were that character. And that character was hesitant to react to the final character admitted, which was also you. Mirth, there are big things ahead for you. You can feel it in this book alone. You're sure there are more secrets as well.
I'm now realizing that also leads to the implication that Mirth read that he was a vessel for a god.
Yeah,
Telling himself he was a vessel of a god.
true.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Mirth is actually spinning different on this because this is actually putting me down a peg than what I actually am.
Really? Are you above it all?
Yeah, because this is insinuating that a
Based.
time serpent is me, and like I'm better at time serpent.
You are a time serpent, yeah.
I'm better than that. I know that.
He's a time serpent talking to another god that is himself about how he himself is a vessel for a god that would also be himself.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That all makes sense.
Mirth, there is no beginning and end to this story. It's just you. Okay. Now that we're done with that existential nightmare, we flash forward a little bit because Gordon initially took you out, one, to get books, but also to get fucking haircuts and look presentable to the uppers of this place. Because at least two of you are going to be mingling. And you better look fancy. You better look the part. And you better not be a shithead. Because if you just go in there and suddenly make your entire city look like idiots, no one wants to be known as getting in your bed, as it were. Politically and physically, to at least one of you, Dale. Okay.
Are you saying you're calling me out?
Well, yeah, your new girlfriend's gonna be there, remember?
Yeah, you're gonna ruin the date.
No,
Oh, yeah,
she's not going to be there. I'm leaving her in safety and bringing the fucking living time grenade.
Did you leave her in safety, or is somebody else going to invite her? Alrighty,
no,
we...
no.
Ooh, the
Damn.
scandal.
I've made a mistake.
So who is dedicating this entire outing to, like, I will not be participating in the party unless I am called into action?
Yo.
Yugu.
That'd be Zane,
Zane.
and Yugi.
You two may spend this day in the car reading the book. How do you guys want to go about this? Are you both just starting at page 1? Are you divvying up the labor to speed up the book reading, or what's going on?
I think divvying up the labor sounds good.
I was actually gonna. I'm not gonna say speed read. I was gonna ignore a lot of the book and just look for where I see tyrant, and then read the pages before that, where I see the word tyrant, and then a few pages after, and then skip through it again.
Okay, so you're gonna start at the
Control F
start and
tyrant.
just start fucking
Yes,
going.
actually.
All right, Zane. What
Control,
about you?
Control F tyrant.
It's a book.
I'm-
Oh wait, you have
Oh,
magical
yeah.
eyes, don't you?
I have eyes that can see magic.
Do you want to see magic real quick? Hint, hint.
I mean, it's always on,
Okay, then
unless
this book.
I have another.
Every single
concentration
one of these
spell going.
books are magical, Zane. They're very minorly enchanted. And I think illusion? Whatever
Alright.
comprehend languages is. What is that spell's school?
I think that's illusion.
That might
think
be
so, too.
evocation.
Wait, I thought it was.
No, it's divination.
invitation.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Hey,
you're
that-
correct.
that's the thing he does.
True, you are a
Right?
diviner.
Wow.
This
Oh,
book
wow.
is emitting a very light, super faint divination magic coming from these pages.
So, but I don't quite know that it's comprehend languages because detect magic doesn't tell me the exact spell.
No, but you can pretty quickly piece it together. I won't.
Okay.
You're a level 8 wizard. You're like, what can be this? And you're pretty sure someone has done a reverse Uno card on the spell comprehend languages to quite literally let whoever
It's
is
so
reading this
everyone can read it.
understand what this book says.
Oh.
This book transcends the language barrier.
Transcends the language barrier and the magic barrier because it is a reverse engineered
Yes.
spell.
And what does that tell you, Zane?
It tells him, "Oh shit."
Why does it tell you, oh shit, Zane? You're being graded on this for your EXP, okay? You better say.
Oh shit.
Fucking. It has to be someone talented enough with magic that they would be able to, one, earn the ire of the tyrant for this story for one reason or another, and two, to get it to the most people as possible.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay. And Zane, what part of this book are you going to be starting to read? You're just gonna do magical experiments on it. As you got like 10 copies right on hand.
I think he's going to be. If Yugu is just speed reading through the whole book, Zane will give a more thorough look from page 1.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Then I need you two to do investigation checks. No, wait. I want Yugu to do a perception check or an insight check, whichever one's better.
Okay, I'll do insight.
Cool. Mirth,
And then
Runt, and
investigation
Dale,
for me.
you get snazzed up, and I want you both soon, or both, all three of you, nice roll, to be prepared to describe how gaudy you look for this dinner party. I want to know the
But
levels of dress and attire that you convince Gordon to get you.
Ooh.
I'm still making the investigation check, correct?
You are, yes, because you're being more
Okay.
thorough.
Yeah.
Very
22.
nice. Alright, we're gonna do the opposite roll first. So, the one who got the least amount of information, we're gonna hit you up first. So,
Okay.
Yugu, you speed read while everyone else gets snazzed up. You're in a limo. It's well, not a limo, but in a car with Zane, who's just doing one page at a time, going faster as you just fucking start slamming through the chapters. You're gonna finish reading the book like 3 times before Zane is done with like the first couple of chapters. Yugu, this entire thing is about the tyrant. He is listed like every other fucking paragraph, if not being the POV character. This is a nightmare. You're gonna have to, like, sift through this thing if you want, like, true details.
Man, this stupid. Why do they need to talk about him? Give me the important stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care that he took a shit on Wednesday and didn't wipe until Friday. That's kind of gross, but okay.
Zane. While everyone is getting snazzed up in a custom tailor that Gordon has hired out for the day, bringing sandwiches and catering to this party, you sit and read the first book called The Tyrant of Trash.
Damn.
Indeed. Summary. How fast can... Zane is a fucking wizard. What's your intelligence and dexterity and wisdom modifiers?
Ooh.
Intelligence +4. Dexterity +4.
Oh, God.
Wisdom +1.
Okay. One of the things that we don't really talk about with dexterity is, like... I mean, it's control of your body, right?
Yeah.
And part of that is your eye movement, as well as just being able to... not turn the page fast, but... How do I say
focus?
this? Yeah, focus. Like, you have to be steady when you are very dexterous. Because any, like, whoa, while you're fucking around with, like, a gun or a knife or a bow and arrow can just make you miss your shot. So you, with perfect-ish posture, next to perfect posture, look down and read. And, you know, maybe you're not noticing things that are subtle, but you're picking up on, like, the big things. And I think with, what is that, a +9 in total? You are going to get through nearly the
Also-
entire first book within a day.
Also, if it is of any help, I do have the bonus from reading Hephaestus's, what's it called? His autobiography.
Oh, fuck. No.
Yeah, the manuscript.
Yeah,
that thing was
'cause-
heavily magical and imbued with crazy bullshit. This is, like, that was a manifesto that a madman wrote.
Yeah.
This is, like, an auteur who has been, like, amateurishly pursuing the profession for far too little time.
Okay. Just figured I'd bring
meta
it up in case it had any
Very
benefit to this.
The entire first book is more or less setting establishment, as if no one is aware of the world you are currently living in, as well as who the tyrant is, which is more of a self-discovery story than anything else. In the first book, the tyrant is incredibly depressed, near suicidal, and has no hope for himself at all. The only joy he gets is quite literally hurting other people. And controlling his team, who are also his siblings. He has a very weird relationship with a wizard headmaster of a magical school / hunter academy known as Ozark, who sits upon his elevated tower, and continuously harasses him. Despite that is probably the closest person in the entire book he considers a friend, if not a full-blown father figure. The ending is somewhat the tyrant's half of the story is ended quite abruptly in a grand spectacle of violence, where he is being attacked by what you, Zane, recognize as the Ulatheans, including, but not named, Irithil. You recognize, just through the character description of a short-armored, long-eared warrior with lightning gauntlets and magic. This is Irithil. She's got everything but the whip. And
Unrealistic.
every other chapter, it tells the story of Citron Jewel. And I don't know if Zane understands who this character is, but it seems like she's like a weird love interest who is the introduction character. So someone you could just step into and just now ask questions and get exposition thrown at you.
Yeah, I don't think Zane would have ever heard that name be tossed around before.
Okay, then it's a complete wild card to you.
Because even I don't know who that is.
Okay. Well, her tale is a little dumber, where she just gets sucked into events, and you don't really like her character. She's kind of an idiot. And is ensorcelled in a way of like, what is going on here? It seems somewhat sussy, but we'll get into that later, because Zane obviously cares for his homeboy and his boss, the Tyrant. Alrighty. You guys ready for day 2? Or do you want to describe your outfits before we get to the party?
I don't know. What do you want us to do, John?
I don't know what you want me to do, John. Wait. I confused
Hi,
myself.
John. I'm Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Hi, John. I'm not Dale, because my name's Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Well,
I'm Dale.
Well, we get a short rest in over the night, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no!
I'm going to go ahead and use my arcane recovery to recover some spell slots, just in case.
Go for it.
all 45 of my hit points. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oof.
I'm
So
multi-guessing or multi-classed.
So how ridiculous! You know what? We're going top hat. We have
Nice.
two like eagle feathers in it. He's going
Eagle?
fucking monocle. He's got like the shitty. No, there's two on one side.
Oh,
then he's got like the tuxedo, but it has the dovetails on the back.
nice,
And he's gonna
nice.
get like the cane. He's gonna have like a little shitty sword cane.
Are you gonna have Oh, okay, I understand. I getcha.
Yeah, just in case you gotta stab him, motherfucker.
A truly dapper gentleman.
Mhm.
Mirth, Runt, how do you guys look? How do you feel in your new attire?
You go first.
Mirth has a very long-armed, like monk-like, top half where the sleeves are way too big, but because his arms are way too big, they actually fit just right.
Nice.
And he just stands around with them in the hands inside the sleeves to make his arms look normal.
Oh, like the... hang
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Like
kinda
this?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I getcha.
And like inside the inside of it, and he's just walking around like that. He has a mask on, a ski mask, with the Triple H logo on top of his forehead.
Nice. Based. Based and nice.
With yeah, definitely. And underneath the ski mask, he's wearing a wig. So it's like poking out at the end of the ski mask. It's like a very long hair coming out. For once, he has hair, so that's something because he's bald normally.
Mm-hmm.
It's something he really wanted to try. His legs are covered with just normal like dapper dress shorts or dress.
Slacks.
He's wearing
maybe.
shorts.
Yeah, he's
Sleeve,
wearing-
like Eastern style, like... and then jorts? Are you kidding me?
And one of those sandals that have like the wood slits on them.
Like,
Oh,
like a samurai
You
sandal.
want to be
Or have, like,
even
high
taller.
Yes.
All I'm All I'm imagining is that, like, when he has his arms in the thing, it goes like his first elbow is over here, and in the arm, his second elbow goes down the arm to the armpit.
That's
Oh, God.
exactly what it is.
Jesus Christ.
And
You
I
know,
just realized
if you-
jorts is not a good idea.
If you did something like
so-
this as a bugbear, would you just have regular arms? Just where your elbows were?
Sorry, I
Basically.
lost my hands in the war.
Just get
no
rubber
jorts,
gloves and put them on your elbows.
You know what? Jorts are a bad idea because my hairs are really hairy. My legs are really hairy.
True.
With
So
baggies.
do the really baggy disco pants.
They don't have
know, you could
discotheque
just-
yet.
You know, you can just shave those legs. It'll be fine. No one will call you out for it.
Can we get you a zoot suit pants instead?
No
Would you settle
parachute
for
pants.
that? I'm sorry?
Parachute pants.
No, that's the 90s. We're in the 60s right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Then go with your suggestion.
Okay. A zoot suit is like a zebra suit in a way. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
as gaudy
definitely.
and awful.
Yeah. The
Run.
shirt is definitely pink.
Under-
way.
You know, it has
Is
to
it
be.
the is it the I love Ugaresh shirt that we were given on our first day here?
No, that one's not pink. That's magenta. Everybody knows the difference.
Totally.
Magenta, the color of evil.
True. Runt, what do you look like?
Alright.
This fucking maniac beside you.
Yeah. I'm actually going to look a little bit more militant. I'm going to kind of take a page out of the War Master's officer's book and kind of have a very similar style where I look like I'm wearing armor, but it's clearly not armor. Also my camera froze, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fix that in a
Tragedy.
second. But I'm wearing like a leather jacket with I have a half cape that's basically draped over my shoulder with a pauldron on the other side.
Nice.
And I'm wearing kind of like an officer's cap where it's got a brim on the front and it's all circular at the top. And much of my outfit is usually made of leather. Usually sporting like a very dark brown color, mottled a little bit. And it's kind of presented as like, hey, this guy looks like he's an officer, like he's a military officer, almost kind of combining the two aesthetics of the Hyperion officer we saw and the ones that they have here in Ugarest.
Very nice. Picture camera for the love
Okay.
of God.
Go bird.
Draco already
try.
snipped it and oh. Oh. Well,
Ciao.
The layout,
I'm
no.
DM.
Working on it.
So everyone, I want you to all roll initiative.
What?
If you think you can take me.
PvP.
Overlook's resilience fear, nat 1.
oh shit. Speaking of, roll your portal. Because I forgot what it was.
I have it. It is a 1 and end 11.
Oh, I do remember that now.
It's a
Ones are
6 and a
perfect.
9.
It's a 6 and a 9 based.
Nice.
One day we'll have him back, but in the meantime, I'll just DM from Runt's spot. I know he's still here vocally, just not imagery. There we go.
Oh, he
Oh, no.
is OBS now.
Zane Yugu. It becomes the night of the 21st. Tomorrow is the party. That won't happen until evening, at least 7 p.m. These parties start late here in Ugarest. Are you guys gonna pull an all-nighter and just try to power through the next 2 books?
I feel like I learned nothing from the first book. Just, it's about the tyrant. Duh. Clearly. Probably the best of it will be about the tyrant. Who would have thunk? So... I kind of want to harass the Blazing Star guys again, but I don't know if they'll show themselves during the day.
Well, it's nighttime soon.
Oh, that's why we used the whole day. Oh, I can't leave. No, I'll be useless and read the book. Maybe I'll go back to the first book, like, okay, this was all nonsense. Let me actually read through it this time.
I'll also read through the book because I just remembered elf 4 hour sleeping.
Doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
For this, okay.
Never.
You're
Never.
not
for
an elf,
this.
you're a demi-human.
Does
True.
anyone want to assist them or disadvantage them in some way during this night?
If I can't do the 4 hour rest thing, then I'll hold off on reading anymore because I don't want to go into the party stuff with exhaustion.
Okay. Yugu, do you want to pull an all-nighter?
Yeah, I'm just connecting people's brains
Fucking
and
based. Hell.
waiting for the night. Maybe I'll catch a nap in the car while these
I'm
guys
curious.
get hammered.
Zane, you said that these books are basically like a reverse comprehend languages.
Yes.
What do you think would happen if we cast comprehend languages and then read the book?
That would be
Oh,
a lovely
no.
thing to know. I do not have that spell.
Guess
Well,
who does?
literally- Oh, you do?
Oh,
You do?
I do.
As a sorcerer?
No
I
way.
sure do.
Oh my god. Guys, sorcerers don't get a lot of
Mazel
spell
tov.
options.
Of all the spells, comprehend.
I
Actually, we are the lore
chose-
team. Makes sense.
I chose purely supplemental spells because I'm a rogue,
Yeah.
so that's where all of my damage comes from. And because I knew we lost Kushim, and I knew Zane is gonna be our magical powerhouse since we lost Mirth. Or excuse me, since we
Bold
lost
of you to assume I am a magical
Meager.
powerhouse.
I figured taking supplemental spells would be a good idea. And that was the first time I actually get to use it. So John, let me assist Zane in casting comprehend languages on this book.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll spend the all-nighter then with comprehend languages on.
Both of you make me intelligence saving throws.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yugu, you can make me an investigation check. If anyone
Sick.
does not want to help him, it will be at normal.
Oh, let's go.
Good. Good roll.
I'm tempted to do my portent.
Murph, do
failed.
you want to
I
like
don't
be the like bedtime buddy of Yugu so he can read to you and make him go slower?
Sorry.
Dale's
Huh?
preoccupied with his own house and wife.
I'm
And
sorry.
He's getting drippy. I suck at rolling dice, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, just roll better.
Fuck. 13.
Ha! Zane, you fail. Gibby, or Runt, I should say, passes. Ah, Zane, your magic sight's going. You're like, ha ha ha, it's a magical book. Doesn't see this coming. You snap your fingers, you do your ritual cast of comprehend languages, you look at this book, and you just go blind. You let out a girlish squeal. As you're like, ah! As the pain blinds you, these letters just of goldenish light just interflowing and interweaving throughout the page, slapping your retinas and giving you a light brain aneurysm. I would normally roll damage, but it's fine. It's fine. If it comes up, we'll roll damage.
Zane's just on his back twitching.
True. You are blind for the next 1d4 hours. You may go ahead and just throw that in the chat if you want.
I think I'll go to sleep blind, thank you.
1 hour.
1 hour. You just cry in a bathroom for the most part. Runt, you...
Finally, my magical expertise is coming in handy.
Your magical expertise, Runt.
My expertise in Arcana.
Finally, everything is coming up, Runt, as you start to read through this, and you too see these golden letters, but unlike Zane, who was unprepared and is a wizard, you're like, wait, stop, this is a trap. Going into your rogue training of traps and how foolish this would be, you quickly cancel the spell, look away for a moment, reactivate the spell. Well, I guess you could just close the book instead. But let's waste some time here. And start to read at this thing with a glance. These letters are flowing. In the script itself, like the letters printed on the page are shifting and moving visibly. This is no longer the fucking Tyrant's fanfiction or whatever. This isn't an omnibus anymore. You're looking at like demon script. Not like demon, like foul one. You've seen that language before, but this is like the text of like everything is jumbled, garbled, and then dissimulated into a different string. And it continues to ball up, collapse, and then spread itself. Like a strange propagating mess.
I'm assuming I can't make any sort of message out from this random jumbledness.
I don't know. Give me a Arcana check.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
And you're
Like
not.
nasty.
Out of curiosity, what would you have rolled if you were still lucky?
Another one?
Okay, then whatever.
Eh.
That would have been funny as fuck.
Oh, that's the duality of man, natural 20.
Fuck, I realized that I couldn't have portented it even if I wanted to, because I'm blind. I need to be able to see him.
We figured out his weakness, boys.
Blind.
Blind.
Unfortunately, Runt, no. This seems to be pure babble or arcane buffoonery.
I'll figure out one secret and unlock the next one.
Mysteries upon mysteries continue to grow.
Once I'm not blind, we can try again after the party.
You pull an all-nighter. Give me a intelligence saving throw too, or suffer a level of exhaustion. DC 15. I'll start calling my DCs out a little bit.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, by
Wait,
one.
does he
Yeah.
have Dale next to him while he's reading?
Yeah, am I
Just
napping
close
in the same
enough?
room?
No, Dale, you don't live in the embassy. You have a house.
True. Well, a fantasy. A true fantasy. Owning a house.
Truly a fantasy. You have a condominium. Okay, you a timeshare.
Thank you. Close.
I mean, the second book is slightly better quality, and it's much more melodramatic. Like, okay, we've established our world, now it's time to establish the characters. And you're, like, going through it. And this is, like, a full-blown, like, soap opera at times. Tristan Darter is there, if you care. I don't know if you do. And it's, like, this weird semi-mystery, and also won't they romantic subplot, and like, no, we can't be together, I'm the epitome of evil and despair. And then, your heartwarming female character is like, I can fix you and save you.
I can fix him.
And at one point you're just like, okay, come on, there's like 4 more chapters to go.
I got it.
When's
so
the
where's
action?
the part with the tyrant is like cool?
True. Well, no, we'll skip the ending for 11. Fuck you.
Badge.
You don't even make it. You pass out halfway through it. Okay. The morning comes of the 22nd. You all have a full day to prepare for your party. How are you going to go about doing that?
How would Gordon recommend us prepare for this party, since he is, a mogul?
Do vocabulary training. Like, practice with your voice a lot. Try not to strain it so you don't misspeak or speak over yourself. Don't eat a lot, but have a somewhat bigger, or eat before you go, but not so much that you'll need to immediately shit when you get there. Point out proper decorum of your hands and what you should do with your body, so that you don't look awkward or weird when you start to meander around the groups and socialize. And if you want, he can even give you a quick dissertation of, like, people to avoid and...
Yeah, I would like
know.
that. I'd like to know who's who, because I'm kind of going in here politically blind.
True, you are. There will be senators, which is kind of what he wants you to avoid the most, because if you're seen clearly Tulsa representative talking straight to a senator from the Senate, people are going to look at you weird. And that's going to draw a lot of eyes, especially if you're, like, making the rounds. You know.
I forgot to tell him the most important thing.
Say Kalu Kale to every single person you meet.
No, never trust a fart.
True. Never trust a fart. And if you manage to hit Xander, there's a bit, like a bet, all across the upper society. If you hit him, there is a pool of around 25,000 gold pieces between everybody. So Xander's gonna come in here, everybody gets one shot. It doesn't matter when you do it, you get one shot, honor bound rule. If someone sees you try twice, you know, you're donezo. But if you hit him, you're gonna get invited somewhere, and you're gonna get that money.
Magic missile.
God.
Oh.
Ooh, actually,
Just imagine
though,
him constantly teleporting away as a magic missile chases him down
Ah!
the street.
What eternity.
I mean, it can't miss, so... Ooh.
My God, we just needed a wizard the whole time.
Ozark has been saying Magic Missile is the best spell in the world.
Bro.
I always have it prepared.
You cast sleep on him, but you still can't hit him because it's still in effect even while he's sleeping.
This is a known fact. He cannot be assassinated. People have tried.
I'm sure they have. I suppose I'll spend most of the day, like, basically doing mock interviews with Gordon as he, like, puts on his professional face of, like, I'm a man who's in charge. This is how I'm speaking to you, a person of equal or slightly inferior rank.
Perfect.
As yeah, this is how the political people here talk to each other in a professional setting.
That sounds
And
like
then
a
just kind of-
performance roll.
And then just kind of copying him as best I can.
Let's just roll some dice, guys. I just want to roll some dice.
Let's roll some dice.
Mm.
Performance.
Ooh. He will assist you. Take it at advantage.
Okay.
Get rid of a binary.
Nice.
It was secretly disadvantage, I guess. It could go better, Runt. You are not used to Ugarestian customs. You are used to the quite stoic and blunt society of Maelstrom, where people can actively fight their king if they try. And you have the Tyrant, who is more or less a teenager who is not properly trained in etiquette either. So, you going into this, you're like, I'm in two people's courts across the... Oh, my governments are super, super casual. I did not realize this until this moment, staring at Gordon, who's like, your hand is on the wrong knife, dipshit. And you look at the platter of like 18 separate sets of silverware and placed in front of you. It's like, this isn't even, like, you're not even going to a dinner party. It's straight up just a social meeting with just, like, drinks and whatnot. And maybe, like, the cooler people will get invited to, like, a card game by the host, Kilfala. But, like, you know. It's like a meet and greet, almost. Mirth, how about you?
Sure, I'll play along.
You want to give us a performance roll and just join in on the fun? You'll have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Gordon will
6.
give multiple advantages.
Another 7?
You know what, Mirth? As long as you can play the intimidating stoic silent type, Gordon has hopes for you.
Okay.
Just don't
Mirth,
say
silent?
something fucking outlandish and get yourself kicked out.
Mirth?
He'll also-
Silent?
Gibby.
Uh-oh.
He'll also tell you not to challenge anyone to a duel to the death, because that's just rude. But he does believe you could clown on anybody who will be attending to this party. Dale,
Oh, is it my turn?
it's your turn. You show up at the embassy during the day.
Ah, excellent.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's so good. He knows what to do.
Dale,
Sometimes he's okay.
you've been to some of these, not like as a participant, but as like an escort for Gordon, because you are a superior fighter. And at one point in Gordon's life, there were some like, not assassins, but open rivals who would not hesitate to throw a, poison needle or something silly towards him. But you're a big, strong man who's been to this before, and you quite easily fill in your role of a passable goon.
Excellent.
Good. But are you going to be gooning for Runt, or are you going to be gooning for yourself?
Oh, I'm gonna be gooning for Runt, but it's gonna be funny as shit.
Should I have said chaperone, Temer? I'm sorry if I said an escort and made it sound a bit more sexual. But if that's what you want, Dale, if you wanted to have that history, by all means.
There's definite sexual tension between Dale and Gordon, let's be real.
If it makes you guys feel any better.
When
one
we
of the
were
people I
young
work
men
with,
on a boat,
every
hunting
time
down
she
that
gets-
whale.
Whenever she gets frustrated at a customer, she's like, "Can't believe I serviced these people." Yeah.
Damn.
Jesus. Well then. Book readers, the second day has gone by. Yugu, you have a level of exhaustion, which means all ability checks are at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
I realized reading this book, it's trash. I don't get it. I don't really know what's going on. Instead, I'm gonna go to the bookstores, maybe the archive. I don't know if someone will drive me because they seem a little busy.
Xander will take you. He's ready to party no matter
no.
what.
Okay, yeah. Just take me there and fuck off, yeah?
If by fuck off you mean escort you so you don't get lynched, you got it.
Oh.
I hope you get lynched, yeah?
Jeez.
Oh, whoa.
He just silently drives for the rest of the fucking road
Perfect.
trip. Holy fuck. It's like, I'm going to bat for you. I thought you were, like, cool at least. You've shown your true colors this day. Grumpy Yugu.
Yeah, red.
I will ask people at the archive, I guess anyone who will stop, if they have read the books, if they know, like, what they are even, and anyone
Yeah.
who said they've read it, I'll ask them what they think it means, or if it's like,
You
Fiction
go to
or
the
non-fiction?
archives, Yugu, and there is a group reading session with, like, almost like a, what do you call it? Like a charity thing going on, where an influential guy is currently reading, like a senator, not a mogul, nothing like that, but like a senator is there reading to kids, like in the normal debate sphere where Richard Fontaine normally stands and like mocks people. And he's just like reading stories to a bunch of kids.
don't really need to listen. Is there any, like, help, I guess, or staff there with this senator?
Yeah, there's like a representative of the archive. There's also like the secretary at the front who's just like making sure no one runs out with books and whatnot. And then there's like the clearly plainclothes bodyguards who are like assisting and following the senator.
I'll see if I can, because I remember the last time we were in here talking, everyone can hear me. So I'll see if I can grab the attention of the archives person or the assistant. Like,
Yeah.
hey, come with me. Can we go talk? Not like in here.
For sure, you can get someone's attention, an employee's attention. And they're like, oh my god, your scales. They're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I heard another lizard person came through here, did some trouble recently.
This is
not
true.
important. I have this new book. It came out the other night, I believe. I was interested. Has anyone finished the 3-book set yet?
The 3-book set of... Oh, the Tulse propaganda piece?
Maybe that is it. I saw them in a bookstore. They looked magically enhanced. I was wondering if
They
anyone...
did. Oh.
Oh, you could not see it.
No.
Hmm.
She squints her eyes at you.
Well, neither here nor there. Do you know if anyone has finished reading it? Or if anyone is reading it at all?
Well, I assume our, patron, Richard, I mean, it's propaganda from a different country. Everyone's interested, and it was going for so cheap. I mean, half a day's wage isn't cheap by any means, but still, it's like a limited print.
Series. Yeah. Well, I had been reading it myself and couldn't really seem to understand what was going on, so I was trying to see if someone else had opinions on it.
I'm sure in a few days, Richard may make a brief statement about it.
Well, thinking this year, Mr. Fontaine, Richard,
Yeah.
I see he was not in the debate hall. I thought he was scheduled for today. Is he doing something?
Later. No, he's not. He actually canceled for some gathering or whatnot. Fundraising for the archive, probably. I don't. I'm sorry. Ooh, there's something in my eye. Okay.
Oh, worry not, friend. I was just... Well, thank you for your time. I'll see... Try not to bother too many people, but I'll see if I can run into someone here who has read this propaganda.
She nods. I mean, it's the second day. If you're gonna pull an all-nighter reading an omnibus, which is like, 900 to 1200 pages, you're probably asleep right now. Or you're still reading it.
Actually, that's a good question. Does this place close?
Yes, the archives has a closing time.
Okay, so no one could have actually been in here the whole time reading it.
Yeah. They also don't, how do I say this? They collect books, but there's a stringent... You can't just, go to a library that has a Dewey Decimal System and just put a book in, right? And then just leave. I mean, maybe it'll get away for a while, but eventually someone's gonna go around cataloging things and trying to set the shop back in order. Be like, oh, the fuck is this? Who put this bullshit here? I know because I've tried. John has. He has put books into libraries as a troll thing to do.
And they have been removed.
They have been removed, yes.
Yeah, I'll just harass people in the archive, seeing if they've read it, what they thought about it.
Yeah, you do a little bit of trolling here in the archive. You seem to only troll the archive, honestly.
Well, this
It's
is where
like-
smart people go, right?
It's like Finding Nemo. Have you seen my son? But instead it's, have you read this book? Have you read this book? Have you read this book?
A lot of people are perusing sort of on the weekend here, and they're just like, man, fuck off. What do you mean are you? I'm gonna roll you a luck check.
Oh.
Alright. You get a little bit lucky and no one comes to attack you or kidnap you and sell you for magical spell components or lynch you. Xander is just looking sad outside. And everybody who walks past him are like, no, it's a trick, don't approach him.
It's bait, we know.
The world's smallest violin.
Yeah. He plays it for himself.
Oh, he's a bird. I don't know why he can't get hit.
Wow.
Says the bard.
Yeah.
Who hides in trash cans. Fuck this
I
guy.
can't get hit.
Yeah, true.
Can't get him. They don't see you.
Okay. Zane, you said you slept, so I guess it's time to go back to reading. You know lifer? No life reader?
Well,
He did get trapped in a closet for like how many months?
True.
yeah.
But he enjoyed every minute of it.
Before I get to reading for the day until we head out for the party, Zane is going to take 11 minutes out of his day to ritually cast Identify on the book.
Ooh!
Oh my! Look at that! Look at all these utility
Link it.
spells we're throwing
My
out. Finally.
God.
Link it!
Big
Hey,
brain.
Actual
Big
D&D
brain.
players doing actual things.
Holy fuck, this is the first time I've seen Identify in years.
We've had no opportunities to cast it until this
True.
point.
Is consensual gaslighting really gaslighting? True.
This was the only item I managed to get from my time in Maelstrom, and it was the 100 GP Pearl.
Good.
Oh, nice.
If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties. This is a omnibus of the Tyrant's fanfiction, which has a different name in canon, but we're just going to stick with it since it's funny. It has a enchantment of emit language, which...
Language.
Yes, it is a modification. Well, it doesn't... Identify doesn't tell you that much. But it's a strange spell. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item. There you go. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell. This was created by a spell. All these books were duplicated.
Uh-oh.
I thought they were either just one huge illusion or they were mass duplicated.
It would be
Well, if
funny
they
as
were
fuck if you're like,
illusions.
I don't believe that book's there, and all the books
Yeah.
just disappear.
I mean, that's what I was.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing that happens in Tolst. Like literally, the first combat, the mock combat, was in Ozark's arena, and John was like, "Yeah, if you guys just looked at the illusion, you wouldn't have to do the fight."
True.
So like, I was just trying to think of that, but like, there's too much here. There's too many of them for me to think that it'd be an illusion. And even if
This-
they were, I wouldn't wanna.
Was created by the 5th level spell manufacturer.
What the fuck is that?
Wow.
I've never heard
Doesn't
of that.
sound
spell.
like a spell.
It might be a
I'm knowing.
homebrew spell, but
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Probably
It
a homebrew.
might be.
I was,
Yeah.
you know, maybe.
It's like creation.
I know
but
there's
more.
the.
yeah, I think
I
it's
know
like
there's
creation.
the 5th level spell Fabricate.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I think fabricate
The problem
only
is
makes
fabri-
raw resources.
Fabricate takes raw resources and turns them into a thing. But
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
it.
think you'd be able to. I don't think you'd be able to do writing on that.
Never heard of
I told you
fabricate
what
either.
it is. It's
Yeah,
either... Look, we have emit languages, not a real spell, and now manufacture,
yeah.
which is clearly an
Yeah, there-
upgraded
there we
version
go.
of Fabricate. Alright?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair. I'm just trying to understand it better so I can put it somewhere that I know and remember it.
Zane, someone is using spells that are not known to the average wizard.
That throws Zane for a fucking loop.
Yeah, you thought you were a know-it-all. Huh. Somebody seems to have an edge on you. Have you ever heard of the spell Permanency? Huh. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Forever.
Well, if possible, Zane wants to borrow Runt for a brief second to get that comprehend languages back up. If possible.
Comprehend languages is a self spell,
Eh,
and I am not a ritual caster, so it does take
Yeah.
my spell slots.
Oh, if Zane didn't
Dog.
cast it on his own, he never went blind. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a self spell, and I have no way of transferring self spells to him. So
Gotcha.
only I can read it.
I'll have to
That-
pick up comprehend languages some other time then.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Wait,
is it possible for me to like write down comprehend languages in like?
No, that's
okay.
not how
Don't.
spell learning works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, Zane, do you actually not know the spell, or do you just not have it?
I don't even know the spell.
You can copy it.
It
from
is
my
not
book.
in my spell book.
Yugu has it in his ritual book.
Well, Yugu's not there, unfortunately.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Sometime later.
Sometime in the future, we will worry about that. Guys, the day is pressing on. This party has to get going soon. We have one last roll to read this book, Zane.
Yeah, after the ritual, he'll read the book until it's time to go.
Investigate this book for me. God help you.
Investigation. Pacha. 19.
Very nice. If only it was a 20.
Yeah.
Zane, the first book was all about establishing the Tyrant's character. He had a little side, well, you know, you had the side character to pad out the book. Clearly some sort of, like, dual perspective thing was going. But you quickly start to read this, and you're like, the Tyrant's a support character in this book. This book is mostly about Citron Jewel.
What is the name of this book?
I don't think I ever wrote an actual name for this.
No.
Let's see.
Book 1.
This is called...
Book 2 is just called Book 1.
No. Book 2, yeah.
Yeah, just book 2.
Yeah, let's
No,
go
book
with
1.
Book 2 is called Book 1. It's canon now.
2. Yeah, exactly.
Book 1 is the Tyrant of Trash. Book 2 is Book 1.
I'll think of a clever title in a moment, maybe on break. But this one is mostly, as we saw with Yugu, like a melodrama and an investigation more so than anything else. Mostly done in the perspective of Citron Jewel again. A 19, you won't finish it by the end of the day. If you got a 20, I would have given it to you, but you'll get like 90% of the way through it. And Tristan Darter is an outright villain in this. He is actively trying to assassinate the Tyrant over and over and over again due to a family feud. It seems like the Tyrant had something to do with Citron's mother's demise. But, you know, you're skimming through it. We'll get the finer deets later, when you actually aren't
Yeah,
rushing.
Zane's even 11 minutes behind on reading, because he took the time to ritual cast Identify.
True. And then you guys get loaded up in a car, and it's time to go investigate. Party. Many politicking maneuvers will be had, many choices will be available to you, and many roles are to be played. But we're going to find out all that after our break here in a moment. We'll be seeing you guys. Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Oh, when did you get here? Welcome to the Kilfala Estate. In the estates is where we focus our party's attention. People are driving up in queue, lining up as we get to what is essentially the best block party of winter. You pass by all these nice apartment buildings, followed by even nicer townhouses, and then finally, full-blown fucking manors with fences around them. Specifically, this fence over here. This is where a almost red carpet has been laid out for people to get out of their transports and do a quick, small U-turn, if not just walk down. Over, yeah.
Okay, over here.
Yes, this big-ass manor. Walking past hedges and a cool little curated garden, 3 of you get out of the vehicle, while the others act as passengers. Your driver...
Can I
Yeah, what's up?
do something before we get out of the vehicle?
Of course.
I'm assuming we have tinted windows?
Yes.
Excellent. I cast, what is this called? This one. This spell.
Enhance the...
This one. Enhance ability.
You are enhanced for an hour for a multi-hour
Oh
party.
no, I cast it on Runt. I'll give him an hour of
Yeah.
being better at being persuasive.
Nice.
Let me
I'll,
check something real quick. I don't know if I can do it only to my spells or to other people's spells. I need to double
If it's a
check.
meta magic, it's usually just yours.
Yeah. When you cast a spell, okay, yep.
Okay.
I will also use the tinted windows to go ahead and cast Arcane Eye.
Nice. You create a arcane eye within 30 feet of you as an action. So subtract that spell slot, please. You
Yes,
concentrating.
which also activates my expert divination, so I get a lower level spell slot back.
Nice.
Oh.
Ow.
neat.
So we'll
You
recover
mentally
a third
receive
level slot.
visual information, so you cannot hear, but you can see. Luckily, you have this telepathic bond, which your bard is casting upon you all, assumedly. There
Yep.
we go. You may all now hear each other's thoughts. Mirth, what's the first thought that comes out of your mind? You all start to do this weird syncing of your own thoughts. Is Dale allowed in your mind link, or is he still outsy?
Yeah, I'll put him in. He has to be
Dale.
willing.
Are you willing?
We have Dale in there, but not Xander.
Oh,
You
I
just-
don't want to hear his thoughts.
You just hear it being like, damn, that book was really good. I needed a copy of it. It's like the very first thought.
Oh, Dale's doing a little trolling. You all, with your spells, does anyone have any other things they're putting on somebody?
Well, I could make Mirth bigger.
Oh.
No.
I'm gonna do a regular Bodic inspiration for Run. It only lasts 10 minutes, but
Alright, Ron, it's
Just
time
in
to make a
case.
bad impression and go and fix it real quick.
And I will do a little spell compounding. I will cast See Invisibility on myself. It is not concentration, so Arcane Eye does not go away.
Can you post see invisibility? You see invisible... Ooh.
The main thing I'm wondering if that compounds with Arcane Eye.
No. I don't think so.
Okay. Just making
Because-
sure. I still get a first level spell slot back due to expert divination.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can still see invisible things through your regular eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put it on the arcane eye, which you can't
I
since
can't,
it's
it's-
self,
Yeah, it's self only.
then it would have worked. But it's self, and since you are just using arcane eye somewhat like a familiar, just with like infinite range.
John.
What?
Nothing. I was gonna make a meme.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
gonna.
You act
decided
as a
to not.
diviner, Zane, and start compounding spells together, preparing for a sneaky beaky time. Okay. Mirth has no spells since he's a monk.
Yep.
and I think you guys get out of a vehicle. Gordon and Xander, you're +1, Dale, will dress up snazzily as best they can, going with the most fashionable attire, but also like Runt, a little bit more militant. Gordon, after all, is the adoptive father of the War Master, who is said to be making an attendance here, even if it might just be a minor one. This is exciting for Xander, who is going to be on his best behavior until that War Master shows up.
Wow.
Indeed. So you all get out of a vehicle and start heading to this great big house where people and all the pre-partiers are already in full swing. There is at least 600 people here in this massive manor. They are scattered throughout the halls. Servants, staff has been hired to, cater to this event. Many people are handing out drinks, and there are many non-participants of the party, so not counting the people on the property, who are watching and just seeing what's going on, and then every now and again someone tries to sneak past the guard or climb a fence or get through the hedge maze, just be a nuisance to get close to celebrities and the influential. It sucks for the guards, I guess. But they're paid to do this, so they don't get any sympathy. Gordon is known to these guards. He's a known person of the city. And he waves you four? Yeah, you three and Xander in. Let's not confuse Xander as part of your party, because that's just not the case.
Someday.
One day.
Nope.
The guards are like, this guy's Xander. And two of them are immediately going to take shots, trying to win that 25k. Where are my d20s at? There they are.
I'm gonna roll a nat 20.
Both miss.
Damn it.
That's a natural 2 from the other guy. So the guards bust out nightsticks and swing, and Xander whoop, ducks underneath them. It's like, all right, we're starting strong tonight, fellas. They're like, fuck.
Doesn't even teleport.
Everybody gets one.
He gives them the finger guns as you guys move along into the garden first, I suppose. Gordon is going to be quickly approached and distracted. It's just part of the thing. He's a mogul, after all. And also the War Master's faction. Right? He's quite literally her dad. Okay. What are you guys doing? Are you gonna just stick next to Gordon, or are you gonna go on your own path here? Because being babysat is kind of a lame bitch move.
Yeah, I would like to basically I'm gonna look to where Gordon was heading, and then as soon as he gets caught up, I'm gonna just walk past him. So basically my plan is to follow a similar path to Gordon. So
Okay.
if I absolutely need him, he will be close by, but I'm not gonna have him watch over me constantly.
You got it. Gordon will be hard to miss. He is a mover and shaker of the entire city. What about you, Dale? Do you abandon your friend and hang out with a runt, or...
Dale wingmans for Xander. 100%.
What sort of blasphemy is this? No one Kaloo-Kalay Xander, but you Kaloo-Kalay on behalf of Xander?
You're damn right I do.
Oh my god. You're a traitor.
The new minister of town has arrived.
You're an enemy to all women within Ugarest. Jesus Christ.
Until further notice, the Arcane Eye is going to be following Runt.
Okay, but Zane is not there physically, correct?
Correct. He is
Okay.
just getting mental information of what is around
Understood.
Runt via the arcane eye. Basically acting as a set of
Yeah.
eyes for behind Runt's head.
Yeah,
I've got a little sentinel around me.
cool.
Yes, that no one else can see.
An invisible sentinel.
Unless they can.
And no one saw it, except for those who did.
Zane, give me a quick perception check to see if anybody saw your eye. Or have a lookout for somebody reacting to you.
Because
Yeah.
there's like a pile
Natural
of cards walking
20.
underneath it.
Oh.
Nice.
You know, Zane,
My special eyes.
you do... As well, we'll get to them. We'll get to these characters later. But some people do have seen invisibility on, because they're afraid of a level 2 assassin somebody put invisibility on. Or level 3, I guess. But we'll worry about them later. You, Runt, Xander, Dale, and Mirth head deeper. I'm lost on you, Patrick. Unbelievable.
I know Patrick the Betrayer.
Sure, that's right. That's a...
Zane will then mentally confer that people have seen the arcane eye.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Runt, you start heading to the main building. This massive manor of rustic, noble architecture from, I suppose it would be like 18th century or 19th century Americana. Like southern, almost kind of like plantation manors. So big, white, almost stone walls, wood paneling as well.
Like it's almost like a Renaissance kind of styled.
No, like 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s.
Gothic.
Yeah.
Like post-Gothic. Got it.
You head up to the stairs where there is a massive patio. The foundation is mostly made out of this decorated stone and marble. There's so much wealth just around you. It is absurd. But you know, you've seen too much. You're used to these kinds of establishments by now. Clambering up, many people make way for you. Glancing at Mirth mostly, who is the biggest outsider known to man, wearing a fucking ski mask and like doing this weird monk shit in zoot suit pants. And he's a disaster. And honestly, his appearance kind of gives screening to Xander, who's... I mean, that's his job. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But now he's going, like, undercover because he has a buddy named Dale who's apparently wingmanning for him. And Runt, you're kind of just, like, below head height of all these people being missed out on.
Yeah. Ron's gonna stop for a second, kind of realizing that people aren't really taking much notice of him and instead are taking notice of Mirth, and he's going to kind of lean over towards Mirth and says, "Hey, you think I could ride on your shoulder?"
I go to one knee and use like a stepping stone for him to climb up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be sitting on like I'm gonna be sitting on his right shoulder with my arm like around his neck, like holding on to him, like he's like my ride, or like he's the one carrying me around.
Yeah, this will gain a lot of attention as they see a halfling on a giant, the tallest man in the entire city for sure. And some people are gonna just a general crowd check. Honestly, no one seems to recognize you, Mirth, with your fucking mask on and your Triple H thing. They're like, who is this mysterious man from the west? Or the east? Yeah, the east, for sure. He's definitely from Klovisa. He's not from Hyperia. And like, who's that riding on him? And Dale and Xander can walk in your wake as you move through the crowd. John is going to roll on his handy-dandy NPC chart to find the first person brave enough to introduce themselves to you out-of-towners.
We are an intimidating looking pair.
Duo.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's almost like a JoJo pair, like just this starkly dressed gigantic man and then a very small, very militant looking child on his
Who's the
shoulders.
stand? And who's
Oh.
David and Goliath working together.
Righty. We are in luck today. Nothing bad is happening.
Ooh, like to
John,
see it.
I think that's within the upper limits. I think your host is going to come greet you immediately. Sensing a disturbance within the flow of her social gathering, Lady Kilfala herself, Torvi Kilfala, arrives, greeting people close to the door, entering this massive parlor which extends out into the house. Excuse me. You see a woman in her mid-30s, closing, no, just mid-30s, sounds fine, wearing lots of red, wearing just massive, flamboyant, almost sci-fi looking dress, just scarlets, deep reds, vermilions, not maroons, no, maroons,
Magenta.
yeah. Not magenta, that's pink. All sorts of reds. She has her hair in like this massive big bun, which is like an auburn brown, with like these weird little jewelry things that are going on, which is foreign to you. She is dressed like exotically compared to like the more dapper and sensible and like regalish looking Ugarestians. Like, you have Top Hat Dale over here, and this bitch is coming out from, like, the fucking Fifth Element.
He looks like he's from like a flamenco dancer almost.
Yeah, just more clothed. More modest, I suppose. She greets you with her regality and says, "Oh, who are you two gentlemen in my estate? I am Torvi Kilfala."
Runt will pat the back of Mirth's neck and then slowly climb down his like chest and hop off his body, and he will say, "Greetings, Lady Paula. I am Cornelius Talisbane, emissary of Tolst, and this is the redoubtable, the undisturbable Mirth."
Undisturbable? And from Tolst, you say? Ooh, so many foreigners showing up to my party.
Indeed, we heard that a lot of well-to-do, a lot of interesting people were going to be here, such as yourself being such a gracious host, allowing us and many others to make an appearance.
Any friend of Gordon's is a friend of mine.
That is good to hear. Gordon has been an amazing friend to us, and so we hope to return the favor by being a good friend to his friends.
I see. Well then, I'm sure we'll talk more later. But please, enjoy yourself upon my expense. And for the love of all that is holy, if Xander is still here by the end of the hour, I'm going to break somebody's neck.
Hopefully his.
That's what the gamblers are for. And suddenly, like, 6 people pounce towards Xander. I'm gonna roll some dice. Nope.
Get that natural
That was really bad. That's really bad. That's 2.
That's a natural 2.
Oh? Oh! No, still not enough. His teleportation activates, triggering more attacks. He's still dodging!
Oh, no.
He's still dodging, boys!
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they
And
don't stop
I
coming.
use this opportunity to try to predict his trajectory when he teleports,
You mean insight roll?
and try to. Insight roll just to
If you
see-
win 25,000 gold, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants.
I'm gonna laugh so hard.
insight, right?
True.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you can. You're like, oh shit, this man is about to make him teleport 5 feet that way. And you can, with your long arms... Do you want to make an attack?
I'm going to try to dick punch him.
You're gonna tick punch him with your snake arms.
Like,
Make me an attack roll at disadvantage, please.
Fucking monks with 10-foot reach.
oh, the first one was a 25.
damn.
You go for the dick, he jumps up, slaps your wrist down, does a sick, weird cart flip as somebody pulls out a rapier to stab him. Getting so close. Unbelievably close. He quickly gets shunted away and is soon lost to the crowd, saying, I'll be back after these! You only get one! There's a slapping noise.
I was so close, guys. I was so close.
I don't think Zane knows about the... Does Zane know about the betting for money?
I'm sure
if they hit
everybody
Xander?
knows about the
Everyone
fucking
does.
gamble.
But I assume they are outside of 120 feet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. No
These
magic
little purple
missiles.
darts come flying out through the window.
Random magic. Everyone starts like leaving the vicinity
Yeah,
as
that's
magic
fine.
is cast.
The only magical item Xander has is a brooch of shielding.
Oh,
Ironically
wow.
enough.
It's the only thing he got. Alright. You all watch Xander gets shunted around the property. Many people will take their shot. Likely, before the end of the hour, he will meet back up with you before a concentrated lynching will begin on his person. But Lady Kilfala opens the estate to the three of you. Like, well, isn't he just a lovely entertainment? Come on in.
Runt will give a small bow, and then he's gonna climb up on Mirth again after he makes his punch.
Good attempt,
And then
sir.
Yeah, and then he pats him on the shoulder. Nearly got him. Nearly got him.
So close.
Enjoy your stay.
All right, let's go.
You head on inside. John pulls out his lucky d20, which is not lucky at all for you, as you bump immediately within this big old parlor to the scene that is Ambassador Vinla.
Oh god.
Within 30 feet of a person who hates his emperor is schmucking it up with a group of like 20 people. It formed like a concave around him, and he's not alone. There is another Hyperion. Somewhat more... He's dressed nicely, but he is clearly wearing like armor underneath it. It might be tactical, it might be, you know, undercover, but he's clearly wearing armor to you, masterful warriors of the 8th level.
Alright, Runt will kind of give like an offhanded gesture to go towards the gathered group to Mirth. Let's go talk to our Hyperion friend.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to follow the directions.
You do so. Dale?
Yeah, of course. I follow my friend. I can't find Xander anymore. He's gone. Guys, what happened to Xander?
You looked away for like 5 seconds, 6 swords, crossed blades, and he was gone. You start to push through the crowd, and people quickly make way for Mirth, because he's just a big chungus.
Pardon me, sacrament. Pardon me.
Oh, he's polite, too. What's a sacrament? You break the little semicircle around these two, where Ambassador Vinla, cool as a cucumber, dressed in much more blues and whites and blacks, a somewhat mixture of the colors here of Ugarest and Hyperia, greets you with a noble head nod, not deigning to bow or do any of your foreigner greetings.
But before we get into our greetings, do we want to go over what happened with Arcane Eye, or are we still not there yet?
You, Zane, realize that this bodyguard, whoever this man's is looking dead at you for like half a second. Let's talk about his bodyguard. He is a ginger, so freckles, red hair, short cropped military cut, you can clearly tell. Wearing some sort of padding underneath the suit, giving him somewhat more of a robust look, or more curves than he should. Likely some sort of hard surface, like, not a lorica, but like, you know those old, like, Spartan armors that had, like, abs cut out into them? Yeah. Something like that. No weapons that you can clearly see on hand, but he's wearing, like, these weird little bracelets on him made out of steel. Just, like, clear steel. 2 rings on the ring fingers as well. And his eyes just flick up above your head runt, just for a moment. And this is where Zane's 20 procs as this bodyguard / escort clocks you, Zane.
Everyone in the telepathy, which I don't think we would have included Gordon, personally.
Probably
I'll leave
not.
that up to... I'll leave that up to the pastor to decide.
I have not put him in before, so I'm not putting him in now.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of us will receive from Zane that the man who has no magical reading has a bodyguard who can see the arcane eye.
Indeed.
Mental note taken.
You approach the circle. Breaking through it, you stand before Ambassador Vinla, who gives you a head nod. Very Napoleonic British of him, compared to your more fragrant salute and bow.
Run will give like a small bow, sitting on top of Mirth, and he'll say, "Evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing tonight?"
Many will give you the chorus of pleasantries and be like, "Oh yes, hello, my name is so-and-so from blah blah blah. I'm from the Senate." You're like, "Fuck that guy." As you focus on the ambassador. He's like, "I greet you. Members of Tolst, was it?" As he pretends to be dumb, as this is your technical first meeting.
Yeah.
In the public eye.
Rudd gives him a nod and a warm smile and says, "Yes, we are emissaries. Emissaries sent straight from Tolst, from the court of the tyrant himself."
Well, as one foreigner to another, let me tell you, this den is filled with vipers. And he starts to laugh.
Run will give like the fakest laugh Mirth has ever heard, and he'll go, "Oh, oh, 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 oh."
Yeah, many others mimic this. Just like, "Ah, we're vipers, that's right." And, you know, Vin was like, on a more serious note, it's good to see that Tol still has interest outside of itself. Many of us were concerned they were becoming more secluded, inclusive.
Inclusive?
Well, it is that time of the year where Toast tends to focus on itself. The winter is not an expansive time for our politics, usually. It ebbs and flows with the year.
Someone pipes up in the background, saying, "I heard you all were at war. Is this true with the Isles of Flavor?"
The Isles of Flavor? Well, they cause problems all the time. I wouldn't call it a war. That seems far, far, far too much.
We do a hard cut of a Kraken book. What
is it? The raid team literally destroying.
Yeah, someone's overlooking a volcano before jumping into lava like it's no big deal. They're having the time of their own. You're just like, there's nothing going on there.
There is no war
what logo's on the
in
Kraken?
Day.
Yeah.
Is it like the Tulsa logo slapped on the side of the Kraken so everyone knows?
Oh,
Just some minor disagreements that are currently being discussed and overcame.
all's the better. Well, not your cities, but the piracy, actual pirates, not even sky pirates anymore, are getting in on the action. Our fleet, and like, who is this guy, Runt? What the fuck is this
Yeah.
clown? This dude's
Who
like
is this guy?
late 30s, well, wait, probably early 40s to be honest. He's got like this weird beard going on that like curves out twice and like a weird anchor at his chin. It's
Yeah,
super
who is-
weird.
Phoenix Wright character.
Who
Is this the?
Yeah,
is
he's
this
got
the
like a
senator?
medal pinned on his chest too that is of an anchor with swan's wings coming out. This is a military schmuck, Runt. This guy's supposed to be on your side and he's insulting Tolst in front of everybody. What the fuck?
Does
Yeah,
Dale know who he
interesting.
is?
Dale, roll me a quick charisma check.
Is this the senator we saw at the archives literally like 2 days ago that we pissed off?
No,
No? Okay,
this is
perfect.
somebody else.
This one.
Might be a member of the peace
Not
committee.
insight, charisma.
Oh, a
But I'll
charisma.
better.
take whatever you rolled. So,
You
12.
just want a flat
12.
charisma?
Yeah, I just want
Yeah,
a
it's the
flat.
same roll, same roll.
Okay. You have +3 charisma?
I do.
I thought you had more. for
No,
some
sorry, I have
reason.
+4 charisma. So
Okay,
one more.
16.
So 16.
Good.
You know this man to be Dougal Flanagan. This man is of the Senate.
Oh,
He is
this
the
guy.
Sea Dogs leader. And although he's supposed to be old as fuck, he looks like he's in his early 40s. So maybe he's like a second or third generation guy. But either way, he's like, ha ha ha. It's only that Tulst that needs help, it seems, from pirates.
Yeah,
I'm not-
I'll relay who he is to Brunt.
Yeah,
No, it's
like
good
a
old
wizard
Dougal
that-
Flanagan. He's a senator. Be careful.
Like, oh yeah, I forgot telepathy. Ron will just kind of cross his arms and say, "If I'm not mistaken, Ugarest is having problems of its own with something a lot stronger with pirates for generations. In fact, hardly a thing that Tulsa has to deal with."
No,
Hardly a
it's
thing at all.
true. Yes. Oh, we've actually been in real war. Those dirty maelstrom dogs killing our righteous patriots who defend the heartland. And you notice, like, the crowd is like, oh my god, come on, dude, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yes, that's what I want.
And the Ambassador Vinla just complete mask staring at everything very stoically. I guess watches your reaction to this kind of dick-ass man who is just here to be an asshole.
Yeah, Run's smiling warmly as though like he is literally giving the most condescending look that he can possibly give to this guy. Like he feels that he is intellectually and physically superior to this man in every single way.
Probably are.
So he's literally sitting
Indeed.
atop a 7-foot tall man looking down at him.
Now you
despite
all
only
didn't
being
hear
6
this
feet
from
tall.
me, he says, and starts schmoozing to like others within the crowd. But I hear down the grapevine that Tolst wants to help us with our maelstrom problem. Look who they send. And like there is maybe like 1/3 of disparaging laughter, and then like the others are kind of just like watching you now, because he's insulting your character, Runt, to your face.
Yeah. Run just kind of laughs along with him and says, "That's right. And in fact, we have a plan to actually stop Maelstrom from, well, beating you."
Everyone goes silent. The ambassador watches you intently before asking, "Would you care to explain further?"
Runt looks around with like a wolfish smile on his face, and then he just kind of gives a very slow, very obvious wink to the ambassador, and he says, "Perhaps in private."
That's a kill move, I believe. go ahead and give me either a performance or persuasion or whatever you think is natural. It's definitely...
I will do persuasion at advantage. Is this within 10 minutes so I can also use the bardic inspiration?
Yeah, this is pretty immediate.
Oh,
It's any
Lots
so
of
that check
dice.
is any charisma check. So you
Yep.
can take whichever one you want.
I have proficiency in persuasion. So how much is it for the bardic inspiration?
D8.
Okay. Nice. 5 on top of 22, so 27.
Ooh.
It is an unseen shockwave which you create. Many people, these are the movers and shakers. These are the people... Well, no, these aren't the movers and shakers. These are the people that interact between them. This is like the electron to the proton, and I don't know what I'm saying.
Nucleus.
Fuck.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
The hobbledegock to your
people
hoodly doodly.
will casually but quickly disperse to spread news that the Hobbit speaks with confidence that Tolst may stop the war. Dougal Flanagan, the Sea Dog, who wants war with Maelstrom because it makes his political party the strongest it's ever been, is taken aback. And he's gonna do a quick insight check on you, failing miserably, and be like, oh, well, I can't wait to see what you have to offer, Mr.
Cornelius.
Mr. Cornelius.
I was faint charmed.
I'll be sure to mark your name in my calendar. And he schmoozes away quite quickly to find some of his ragamuffin friends.
Yeah, go get your validations elsewhere, buddy.
Indeed.
Through
Ambassador
my good old-
Vinla. Oh,
Through my good old spherical surveillance camera, just how... I have no idea what he actually said, but I'm looking at the reactions.
yeah. You also have Dale running relay, or Mirth being an empty brain man and just taking in the scene.
Mirth is doing a wonderful job.
Mirth's brain is just static.
Oh.
Ambassador Vinla, a man from Hyperia, nods at your showing. And... it was a strong performance.
Thank you. I figured
Let us hope there is substance to it.
if there wasn't, I doubt I would have made such a bold claim in front of so many.
That, or you are a feisty gambler. He does not pat you on the shoulder because that is inappropriate for first-time greetings. He gives you another nod, gestures for his bodyguard to move on, who glances towards your eye again, saying, yeah. And quickly disperses to speak with some other people.
All
As
right,
a side note, did he still have all of his weird magical doodads on him? He had like spikes of some kind on him last time we met him, right?
Vinla?
Yeah, he had
looked
some
very steampunkish.
Yeah, he is kind of like in a sci-fi setting, almost. His gear is alien to you. There's
Okay.
not so much like spikes as there is just like metal on places that like accentuate his outfit.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to make
Also-
too much sense. You see no insignias like that, but maybe the market? I don't know.
Also, John, from the perspective of the car, because see invisibility is still up. Anything?
It doesn't work like that.
I didn't know if I
We went
could do.
over that though. So
I think he
okay.
means like while he is in the car, not Arcane Eye using See Invisibility.
oh, you mean like is
Yeah,
someone
like,
trying to break
Zane-
into your car invisibly?
Yeah, like
No,
what,
like,
does Zane see
I
anyone
presume we're
invisible
parked
around?
somewhere. Any invisible people passing by the area?
You okay? I didn't go into. Forgive me. I waved your car away. You were parked in an underground garage that is kind of on the other side of the street. So if you like come down, you go around, and then you go make a sharp left and go down. There's a lot of underground parking in Ugaras because they wanted their skyline clear. They did not want an ugly-looking city.
The question still kind of stands, but if it's unimportant, then... Yeah.
So a question about sea invisibility is, it doesn't state that invisible creatures look any different. You just see them as if they were visible.
Yeah.
So would you be able to tell the difference unless they were like on a different plane?
That is a good point.
You would not. But I respect it. I respect the spell usage. You're probably just going to hang out with the chaperone. Honestly, the guy who drove you here, the valet, quite literally has walked away from the car right now, not even noticing that you guys were even still in there.
I think the more pressing concern to Zane would be, like, if there's anybody lurking around in this underground area.
You're good. There's, like, menial staff and, like, people driving cars, too, and, like, parking and then getting out and, like, walking back. Because some people legitimately drove themselves here.
They're like two kids trapped in a car with the windows up.
Yeah. It's winter. They're fine. Okay. Back to the party. You all head...
I'm going to watch whichever way... I always forget his name. Mr. V goes, and I'm going to go in the opposite direction.
You do just that. Heading...
to the party.
He starts heading to the bar, like this open bar that some bartenders are currently working with their little fancy uniforms of staff. While he goes to get sloshed a little bit, you guys can head on over to this weird, clearly supposed to be dance hall, but no one's dancing on it. There's music going, but it's more like that ambient... maybe I can get some grand, like, not orchestral, but like, there is a band playing. They are not clowning around in the entertainment and ambience. It's nothing stunning. It's mostly just background music. There we go.
Also, I realize this is probably a very late thing to ask, but do we know what Sylvester Steele looks like?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. But you hear he is here. So, are you targeting anybody? Maybe I'll just open this up. Are you looking for people?
Yeah, I suppose I would look for Sylvester Steele only to know what he looks like. I'm not looking to interact with him or to walk up to him directly. I only want to keep my ears open and talk with other people being like, hey, have you seen Sylvester Steele? Or I'm looking to have a conversation with Sylvester Steele. Have you seen him around anywhere? To get a read on where his general location is and then be like, okay, this guy is clearly him.
Very good.
Yeah, no direct interactions with him. And I also want to see if Ariel Redmoon is around. With a very... I won't ask around for, but I will keep my eyes open for her just to see if she's here.
She is definitely not, but give me an investigation check.
Okay. That should not be an advantage, so that would be 7. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Mirth, what about you? Mirth's clearly looking for things. Are you just bodyguarding it?
Yeah, I was thinking that Dale was going to bodyguard Brent. And that was like the whole deal here. So me kind of doing it was kind of like out of my my idea. But now that I'm doing it, I know that I would be the best at doing it. So
yeah, of course.
Of course.
So keeping out for anyone that looks suspicious. And maybe ones that are kind of like sleekly talking, but not besides the kind of commotion we just set up, but more along like unsavory folk.
Give me another insight check for me. Insight's all over.
May I?
Not
Oh
sure.
Cool.
my
Never mind
God.
me then.
He's so good.
God damn it.
What is this, like, the second one today?
And to think, I was thinking of portioning that for an 11.
Oh, good thing you didn't.
Don't.
Wow, rude.
Well, it would have been 11 on the die. I don't know
Mirth.
what
Yeah.
a whole lot in 11 is useful for.
Chill. Mirth, you act as bodyguard. Runt is in, like, hunt and destroy mode of, I need to find Sylvester Steele. But you're, like, gauging threats. But not just threats. Like, people who can handle themselves in a combat situation. Of course, that guy next to Vinla's a mask. Even with a natural 20, you don't know what the fuck his deal is. But his bodyguard, clear as day, combat competent. He looked like he was ready to throw down with anyone at a moment's notice and still maintain a mask of, like, civility. It's nowhere near as obvious as, like, I am clearly readying actions to murder you, like the bodyguard, but it was somewhere between that of, like, alright, I'm ready to roll initiative. Like, let's go. You make a mental check mark of that guy, and then start walking around with your boy Runt, who's directing you probably by the neck if he's not walking himself.
Ratatouille style.
Ratatouille
Hand
style.
on my head and kind of swerving it.
Yeah. And you will find some, ironically enough, most of the military people are kind of shitters. Not really cool.
It's almost because all the important ones die.
Yeah.
Uh,
But there
Oh,
is,
die
like,
before.
yeah, very true. There are a few military men who do catch your eye. One is like this weird old admiral who is sitting down instead of standing up in a full-blown recliner that doesn't match anything to do with this house. Somebody brought in this recliner for him, set it next to a fireplace, near somewhere to the dance hall, and he's just there now. Like, full-blown bourbon with a little umbrella to be festive in the middle of January. It's still cold out. This man is drinking whiskey with rocks with an umbrella in it. This guy. What? And he, like, clocks you for a moment, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this man knows. Look at me. Look at me. You see a old woman, also on the dance floor, which you would recognize if you were paying attention as Katerin Stormsbane. She's in her late 90s. She is wearing a full-blown mech suit. No, I'm kidding. It's not a full-blown mech suit, but she has, like, metal assistant legs to, like, keep her standing. Or so she can look like she's standing when she is, in fact, sitting down as well.
Am I sitting or am I standing?
True. It's like one of
may
those,
never
like,
know.
exoskeletons. That's what I was thinking of, not mech suits. Every so often, she does cackle with lightning, and there is Miss Feist, who, you don't immediately ping her until she sees Dale, in which case you ping her. As like, oh shit, she's a combatant. But she does not
At 12
move.
o'clock.
Oh, yeah, she's like, oh, fuck, danger. Danger.
oh shit! All right, I'll be back, guys. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
And finally, mixed in the crowd, there is kind of this ghost of a person. Not like Shade, who is quite literally a silhouette who shows up in your periphery, but like a dude who blends in quite well, quite perfectly, in fact, with all these people who don't seem to notice him. Just goes around, looks about, sees what's in their hands. They're like, nope. And continues to, like, go up the staircase. Following after... Mirth, have you seen Richard Fontaine before?
I believe I have. Just slightly when we went to the library the first time.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
yeah, well,
a
we're all-
Richard Fontaine clambering up, like, the spiral step, being followed by, like, two academic-looking people who are, like, in idle conversation with him as he is, like, going somewhere away from people in this person's house. And this sneaky ghost of a person, like a phantom in the night, silently unseen, is stalking after him. Not in, like, murderous knife drawn, but, like, following.
Yeah, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Runt about this. And
Like,
say,
mentally, or just like, right?
yeah, mentally. Yeah,
Okay.
mentally, through our
Shut
mental
up.
connection. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you down. So I can follow.
Sounds good. I will be following you.
Okay.
I'll keep a pace, but go do your thing.
Yeah, I kind of drop no one knee, let you down, and I'm going to try to blend in and kind of like blend into the shadows. The shadows.
Will never
No.
work. Too many eyes by
Not
far.
with those shorts.
Your zoot suit pants legs reflect light. They go they catch every single
Yeah,
light
I'm
source
going
in the
to
world.
Go up the stairs.
Yeah, you start following at a distance. I think
Keep
it's
my
fine.
eye on the shadow of a person.
Yeah.
This ghost of a person.
Um.
Which I'm going to assume is a smuggler.
You start heading up as the band begins to kick up their music. I said kick up their music. There we go.
If this shadow-like person was pointed out, did it look like they noticed the arcane eye at all?
You didn't even see them.
Yeah, I figured.
Out of range.
Only Murph saw them. Murph starts heading. Dale, you've been clocked by Miss Feist, who is with Katerin Stormsbane, making an appearance and staring daggers at you. Like, how could you? Telepathically communicating.
Wait, she can telepathically, or she's doing?
No,
the,
you're
like...
just picking up
No.
on that. Like,
Yeah.
you took
breaks
Xander
into
over
the
me?
telepathic-
What?
I think he like will grab 2 drinks and walk over to her and just be like, "I'm sorry, it was for work. Trust me, I would have much rather brought you here than him."
How
I mean,
could you
look,
do
he's
this? We've only
trying
been
to-
together for a day and a half. And you picked
I'm
Xander, our enemy?
well. I know you have to come here anyways, and then it'd be cooler to see you this way.
My boss doesn't want to be here. She's only here because I had to ask her. She starts, venting, and Katerin... Oh, hello, stranger.
Hello, Katarine. It's a pleasure. I'm Dale.
Nice to meet you, Dale. And she shakes your hand and brings you in close, like an old, kindly grandmother in exoskeleton. And says, why the fuck are you here?
I was just saying hi to Feist, and then I was going to leave. But I heard something interesting about your ancestor's ship. Apparently, Tolst has like a history about it. The wizard guy who was in charge of it before, so they also had the same story.
She leans back, looks at you, questions you.
Yeah, I'll give her like what little information I was able to learn. That like the wizard probably has the location.
Interesting.
The wizard who does the weird labyrinth shit.
We shall speak more of this later. For now, I must look like I care.
Offer her my drink.
She takes it immediately. Oh, such a good boy, she suddenly says, slaps you on your cheek. Oh, Miss Feist, please escort this rapscallion away from me before I snatch him away. Like a thief in the night. Like Sylvester she just calls out. Clearly trying to challenge somebody to a duel. Pistols at dawn, probably. But wherever Sylvester is, he does not hear her. Zane and... Not Zane. Excuse me. Definitely not Zane. Zane's an invisible eyeball. Mirth and Runt, please give me some stealth checks as you
Choose me
creep
first.
through the staircases and go up the stairs into the back halls.
Yeah, so
15.
How would you
follow
say the
mine.
lighting is in here, John? I'm assuming it's well lit.
It's well lit.
Okay. I figured.
Run real quickly. What? Oh, never mind.
You're too slow.
I'll use
You
this
sneak,
important
Run.
one of these days.
Mirth, you stealth through corners, corridors. You do the Pink Panther around a corner. You see them. Richard Fontaine, his two guys. But the Invisible Man, the dude who blended in perfectly with everything, he's fucking gone. He's no longer on their trail. What? You like, look left, look right, and you realize there's a man following you. Runt quickly skedoodles past you to chase after Richard Fontaine. Mirth. What do you
If I
do?
know it's someone that's following me besides Runt, I'm going to go to wherever the bathroom is, open it up, and wait for the person to come inside.
Okay.
Ooh.
You look for a bathroom. Runt, do you stay the course onto Richard Fontaine?
I will stay the course and I will mentally tell Mirth if you need help, or if you, well, I know you don't need help. If you would like for me to assist you, let me know as soon as possible.
Thank you
Okay.
for the acknowledgement. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Mirth starts to go look for a bathroom upstairs. Like a true gentleman, he doesn't want to go to the main bathroom. The Killfalla has to have more than one, surely. You sneak off. Runt, you dash into the more darkened area of this house, where only these gaslit lanterns are sort of illuminating every other couple feet or so. You sneak shadow to shadow. You have a cloak on?
I do. I have my cloak that allows me to have advantage on stealth checks when in dim light or darkness.
Yeah, let's see it if you beat a 15.
Okay,
No, you don't.
20.
Okay.
The eye
I'll
is still
keep your
following
25.
them as best it can.
Of course. Until you two lose. No, I'm kidding. You have telepathy. You can just tell them where you're at. The invisible eye follows after you, Runt. And as you continue to go through it, you stop at the edge. So you hear two voices arguing. It's like, you've heard Richard Fontaine speak, right? You went to like,
100%,
yeah.
Because me and Mirth both saw him at the same place when we were arguing in like the back of the lecture hall and we got yelled at. That's when we saw him.
Yeah.
So I've definitely seen him before.
You hear him and it's like, blah! And you like quietly go down, peek across, as you see Richard Fontaine, startled, surprised, as there's like two escorts like, stop! As two rather beefy Amazon-like women appear from the corridor that he was not going to, and like clearly have like weapons, like daggers and stuff, and they like point at him, and they say, "You are coming with us," and he's like, what? And he is physically grabbed by the clavicle and pulled out of sight. Immediately, the other two are like, wait, stop, and begin to make a hassle. Ron, are you doing anything during this time?
Absolutely. As soon as I see those women with weapons, I am immediately dashing to Richard Fontaine to try and intercept.
Okay,
And I'm also, as soon as I see them with weapons drawn, while I'm dashing, I'm going alert, enemies with weapons, and that's I think as fast as I can get before I start
Dale.
dashing in.
Futush! Zane! Futush! Yugu! Oh, you wake up.
They need to leave? Okay.
Mirth, what do you do?
Dashing.
You open the door. There's a man standing before you. He's like, oh, if it isn't... And then what do you do, Mirth? You just pull past this guy.
I pick him up with one hand and I take it with me.
Give me an athletics check to grapple him.
I just take him with me. He's mine now.
Oh, I see
13.
you've noticed my whoa.
You feel like he... like, he is grabbed. You grab him and carry him. And he is pretty light, Mirth. Like, super light. Almost like a fucking feather. And he's like, oh, it's like, I guess I'm going with you. As you grab him and start running down
Nice to
the
meet you.
hall.
My name's Mirth. I assume you're the first smuggler.
How'd you know?
Pleasure to meet you.
You are carried all the way through the hall. Quite quick. What about you, Dale? Are you just running up the stairs to...
I think he like will power walk like an angry stride. Like someone just pissed him off really bad.
Yeah.
Like he just got in a bad fight with his girlfriend and he has to go cry.
Well, she's following you, so...
Oh, she's following me now?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
perfect.
got permission to
Yeah.
leave.
Okay, excellent. Right, never mind. We're doing the like, let's go find a secluded room thing, but instead we're actually running towards combat.
Oh my god, you're so... I knew I fell in love with you for a reason. You are quickly drawing your sword cane. Zane and Yugu, you two are too far, and you don't have a way in. What are you guys doing, if anything?
I will start running that way.
Okay.
Uh,
Zane, if you start running, you won't be able to see what's happening.
Zane will keep watch through the eye.
Okay.
He,
Yugu, you close the door behind you so Zane
There-
isn't murdered.
there's
when
something he can, as long as he has the eye, he can still technically do something. But if he starts
Sure.
running, he's shit out of luck for
Very
this
true.
moment.
You start
He'll-
sprinting towards the gate. It's going to be a hell of a run. Not too far, but it is
There's a garage across the street.
a garage across the street through people. It's like a half mile just to get to the, like, through the garden up to the steps. You rush forward, going as fast as you can. But Runt will be quickly joined by Dale. But, I mean, shit, Runt, you're on your own for at least a turn, maybe two.
That's fine.
You rush forward as Richard Fontaine is being grabbed and carried off by one. Another person is, like, coercing and threatening the other two academics. Like, these guys can't fight, and they maybe have, like, 4 HP. They're like, wait,
Yeah.
don't do it! We get it! Stop! Just tell us where you're taking it! What do you do?
I'm going to try and rush past the second one who's stopping the two academics, and literally going to try and intercept the woman who's taking Richard Fontaine, and like stepping in front of her and stopping her.
She unironically rolled a natural 20 perception check to see you. So that's an automatic success. She miraculously notices the shadow moving across the wall and sets out to just kick you to trip you. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to leap forward so you can keep your movement. An easy... Yeah, an easy pass. I had to roll dice.
Yeah.
You jump over her leg like it's not even like a thing. And you you quickly do a quick step in front of a person who turns around, knife out, Richard Fontaine in other hand. He's like, stop it! What do you do, Ron?
I'm going to unsheath my hidden dagger, and I'm
You
going
do.
to point it at her, and say, "Let him go."
Or what?
I'm going to narrow my eyes at her, and then I am going to, let's see, reading spell. Okay, I'm within 30 feet, yes?
Oh, you're right next to her. 5 feet, we'll say.
Okay, I am going to target her with a spell.
Alright, that means we're rolling initiative. Let's play some sad music, because you're about to clown on this person.
Oh no!
Alrighty, roll your dexterity. She rolls a 6.
23.
Yeah, you roll a 23, so your spell will go off.
You want me to go ahead and do initiative since my eye is there and I have reactions I can do?
Yeah, sure.
Quick question, John. Are they wearing any metal armor?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't think so. But I am going to cast Shocking Grasp as I shoot out lightning from my offhand.
Okay, we'll make an attack roll.
Okay. Let's see. This is a spell melee attack. So
Indeed,
that
she is barely wearing armor at all. Now that you can actually get a good look at her, she is legitimately like a dancer from Final Fantasy. So just bits of cloth scattered
Okay.
around. Most of her. Okay, an 11. She's not too dexterous, but we're gonna roll her dex.
Didn't realize good old Sylvester
Wow,
had
okay,
battle
she
lesbians.
has +3 to dex naturally without any modifiers. So you miss. She
Unfortunate.
has 13 dex or 13 armor class while basically unarmored.
Yeah, that was a really, really bad roll.
Your lightning crackles in your hand, you reach out, and she kicks you in the face like a child. Missing you completely. Richard Fontaine struggles during this time, trying to break free of the grapple.
I will portent Richard an 11.
I really wish you didn't,
Making
but
him
you do it.
pale.
She rolls a natural 17, holds him in place. Richard has -2 strength, so he's like...
I don't.
Did you roll a natural 20?
The other woman will come to attack you. 17 to hit?
That will barely hit me, and I will uncanny dodge it.
Okay, she stabs you for... I mean, it's a dagger. 1 plus 2, 3
So
damage.
It would do 1 because he tapped.
Oh, he's so slippery! I need to stab him like 45 more times!
My God.
Mirth, you may roll into initiative because you have like fucking 80 movement speed or something.
Jesus. Oh, right,
Yeah,
I'm fast.
19.
Okay.
Right after me.
Brian,
Yeah.
these people are realizing that you're no bitch, and you can't just be kicked over.
I am going to take this dagger that I have, and I'm going to stab it into the leg of the woman who has Richard Fontaine.
Okay.
And I am going to specifically look for her weak spots in her leg, aka steady aim.
Alright. Let's see it.
This is just a regular dagger, so
Yeah, that's gonna do it!
and I am going to stab her through the leg.
That's gonna do it! She goes down. You stab her in her leg, she lets go, and starts screaming in pain when she and begins to fall into unconsciousness and begin to die.
I'm just going to turn to the other one and simply point at her with my dagger and say, "Stay where you are."
Okay. Yes, her leg does just explode. You say stay where you are. Mirth comes out of nowhere holding, much like this Amazon, holds a man by his neck, carries him into this, like, clusterfuck. What do you do, Mirth?
I'm going to set him down. You probably know where I am. And I'm going to kick off the wall and do like a jump, Superman punch.
Oh shit!
At this last one.
Don't move, just surrender. We've got you. Fucking sucker punch.
In the back of the skull. Let's see it.
Trying not to kill him.
Non-lethal, by the way.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Hit 8
Just
hit
knock
points
them out.
each, guys. You knock them out. They go, oh, ba-dum. I'm assuming your dagger was not meant to kill, right?
No, it was meant to like go through the leg and maybe like make her like kneel over in pain, not literally pass out.
Yeah, she.
And if she's dying, I'm gonna go like, well, fuck, and I'm gonna take my healer's kit and start like immediately addressing the wound.
I don't think you have the clothing to accommodate a medical
Don't-
bag.
Okay,
Don't worry,
fair enough.
I've got this. You brought a paladin with you.
Dale
Oh,
is
true.
rushing
Dale's right
up,
behind. I didn't know that.
walking. He's maybe like 2 turns out. But she is not in... I'm going to say your stab is non-lethal.
Yeah.
Normally stabs are not non-lethal.
If I was intending to kill her, I would have gone for the throat, and I would have specifically stated that.
Yeah. So she's got a stab wound that she's clutching. Mechanically unconscious, but narratively not. The other person is donkey punched and just goes down like a sack of fucking laundry.
Potato.
The
and then-
academics are stunned by just suddenly conflict and violence. Richard Fontaine collapses with the person who goes down and then like gets himself off. It's like, well, are you part of the?
I'm actually gonna sheathe my dagger back in his hidden compartment, and I'm gonna try and help Richard up and ask him like, are you unhurt? Are you well? Are you okay?
Yes. Oh, thank you, kind man. He's
I'm going to put my hand on his chest, and I'm going to use healing hands to try to like help him breathe.
he's
better.
not injured. He's not hurt. He was just grabbed and is a bitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. You immediately notice like, oh, his energy shield was never damaged at this. He's just making a scene. As you all like look at this, Dale comes up. Miss Weiss is like, oh my god, violence. How barbaric. And you, Dale, ignore her completely and go like, cure light wounds or lay on hands.
One
or...
point of lay on hands to make
I
her
touch
conscious.
everybody.
You would start touching women on the floor like a weirdo.
Oh no!
In front of Miss Weiss.
But during this whole fiasco, silently muted, where some guy is there watching you, kind of young, like maybe 24, 25, somewhat young, older than Ron in real life, I believe.
I'm 24, yeah, so he's probably like 23.
Okay, dopey looking dude, like, oh, this is a fucking entertaining thing. I like this. This is cool. Was wondering what was gonna happen. You start to hear some heavy footsteps coming down the darkened corridor. Many of the lights that would illuminate this begin to go off and off and off until finally the last light comes to you. And a gentleman scholar wearing all white and silver and a gold chain that runs from like a collared neck down into an unseen pocket of his dress vest appears with several much more combat ready warrior women and greets you all. He looks insidious, much like a somewhere between like the actual colonel and then the architect from the Matrix. Gentleman. He is in his 40s. Nothing else to say, just a clean-cut looking person. Hello. Richard, I see you've been ignoring my invitation over and over and over again. And Richard coughs out after like 20 seconds of being able to recover. Can't seem to do it. Sylvester. Up to your dirty tricks again, I see. Uger, do you stop running at this point now that it's been like a minute and you're not even like,
No.
you
If
just
no
keep
one
running?
told me, if no one mentally
Yeah.
said we're not fighting, I'm gonna keep
I
running.
would say, because I gave off the alert. After I see Dale come up and start healing people, that's when I'd be like, okay, all clear, code green, everything's fine now. We've got the situation handled.
Okay.
Wait until Sylvester Steel starts to attack. And then you have to
Well,
start running again.
I think the three of us might have this handled, to be honest.
This would be a perfect time to just murder someone, There's just, two moguls looking, it'll be fine.
Just,
It's
out in
fine.
the open and everything.
Sylvester ignores you all because you're not what he's after. He doesn't even know who you are, much like Thanos didn't know the Red Witch.
Who?
Ooh.
I don't
Ooh.
even
Got her
know
name
who you
wrong.
are.
Anyway,
Which is
Oof. Sorry.
it's fine. I forgive you. Sylvester looks at Richard, says, Richard, I keep offering time and time again. I don't know why you keep ignoring me and my invitation. And Richard shakes his head and says, You haven't been able to convince me to abandon my morals, Sylvester. I'll never give up unless you can argue me out of my own position. And Sylvester laughs and laughs and laughs and says, Well, you know what they say. Money talks. Now, tell me, who are you rapscallions who entered my coercion attempt?
Run is going to mentally note to Dale and to Mirth to not say anything and to just stare him down. And that is what Runt will do. He will not say anything, and he will just stare him down contemptuously. He'll give one cursory glance back to Richard Fontaine, saying,
I'll just make an insight check. How about that?
Okay.
Natural one.
That's a 7.
He said natural one on his
Oh,
turn.
fuck.
My Orton did.
Okay. Well, never mind. Zane, get rid of your fucking shit. There are your portrait rolls for the entire week.
Yep.
Okay. He doesn't recognize you at all. There's not even a hint. This is completely in code with this character. Says, alright, be mysterious then, you... What do I call you? Interlopers? You're like those Hyperion brats, always asking for a handout, but never there when you count.
Mentally, I'll go, psst. Tell them you're Triple H.
No, now is the worst time to tell him. Triple H. Runt will actually look back at
Triple H.
Runt will look back at Richard Fontaine and he'll simply say, "We are here to help you if you need us."
He finally catches his breath, straightens his back and his clothing out, and says, Sylvester, we shall spar on the 30th. And the fact that you come here now in the honored and esteemed Kilfala's house to do this act of unwarranted violence upon me, because you know you'll lose, is a shame. A shame to your family, your long lineage, as well as a rebuke to your mysterious and gallant figure. You do yourself a disservice. And Sylvester lets out a sigh. I suppose you're right. Ladies, let's go back. I'm tired of this. And he begins to turn around. Soon he will be encompassed in the dark. Gentlemen, his back's to you. Only these...
Debate,
Look,
don't do it.
You saw the Amazonians. They got clowned immediately. How could these warrior women be any different?
This is true.
Mirth, you have
This is what we're
long
here for.
arms.
This isn't what we're here for, boys.
Can I gauge their strength?
You're not a fighter.
So
Ah.
mentally, I'll tell you guys. I'll distract the other two. You go get them. Go get them, Tiger.
No, Runt will mentally tell you, stand down, soldier. We already have what we came for. We've basically won over Richard Fontaine.
This is your... No, you haven't. He still wants you to argue. You heard him. He's a fucking smarmy prick.
My principles will never be defeated by you, you coward.
However, I think you could probably make a good... This is your chance to get rid of the problem. This is the whole problem, the whole issue.
You cut off the Hydra's... But if you cut off the Hydra's head, 2 more will grow. 2 more that we can't handle. Or won't know how
but
to
that's
handle.
a problem for later fucking Kalukale Town, okay?
No.
You don't have to worry about that.
Guys, there's a lot of
issue.
witnesses here. I'm
Guys.
not gonna lie. You're gonna need to turn that, 10 mogul count to 8 if you are going to kill Sylvester here.
To be fair, killing Sylvester will get us Soren's Bane. Will get us probably another one.
We don't know where the hideout
I'm
is.
just gonna tell you right now, here and now is not the time. Like, it seems like a perfect opportunity, but all of the consequences are going to happen within 5 minutes after we're successful, and it'll not be worth
John.
it.
Yes.
How long has it been since they entered the place?
Like 45 minutes or so? Close to an hour? Zane, you're an invisible eye. You can just follow this fucker.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
So
You can if you want. If you want to tell us, like, telepathically that you're going to follow us.
He's
Yeah,
gone
no.
by now. It's been too
Zane
long.
would have
You are
followed.
okay. Zane, you direct your eye to follow into the darkness.
The eye does have dark vision.
Good.
So.
When the light reappears, Sylvester's gone. But to Zane, who has been following him this entire time, his warrior women and Amazonians, more or less, even the unconscious ones, like, vanish. You look at the ground expecting them to be there. They're not there. The warriors are gone. She is gone. Or the Amazonians are gone. And for a brief moment in time, you do a quick head count. Dale, you look left. You look right. Where'd Feist go?
Oh no.
God damn it! He has the power to steal women and turn them into lesbians, this bastard.
No, she was just down the hall calling for help. But,
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, good.
I was just, I wanted to make you sweat for a moment there. Zane, you follow this motherfucker. He goes into a dark hallway until the hallway turns bright, and he just starts walking. You guys, well, you, I guess, will watch as he continues to go around this maze-like corridor until he quite literally just enters a room. Your eye can go through walls or doors, at least?
It can
Just
go
squeeze
through
through
1-inch
openings.
gaps.
Okay, so you can maybe squeeze through the bottom of this. I don't know. Give me an Arcana check to speed your guy up before the door is closed on front of you.
Wacha.
Easy
Nice.
pass. You zoom, making this creature, this little eyeball, go forward, where Sylvester will be joined by someone. There is a lit fireplace. The fireplace is going, roaring. His guards, having abandoned him somewhere within this walk, your eye so focused on this creature. You will instead look at an older man. Of darkish skin, like heavily tanned, sun-soaked skin. Bald of head, wearing very nice robes, silver and gold, holding a staff that has a ring at the top with 8 squiggly flamberge-like protrusions coming from it. You can telepathically communicate this to Runt and Yugu, who will understand that this is Chaplain Duplan. This is a cleric of the Blazing Star who is lurking within the back rooms of Kilfala's estate. This realization that the clerics are moving and in tandem with Sylvester Steele is the last thing your eye will let you convey. Not because the time has run out, but because the cleric just points his staff towards your eye, barely looking at it, and just immediately dispels your magic. You don't hear anything because your eye does not have ears in it. It'd be a pretty poor eye if it did.
Could I have telepathically given the direction that he was?
He was what? You cut out.
Could I have telepathically given everyone the direction that good old Sylvester was going?
I'm sure you could.
But that would
Yeah.
put a lot of time on here.
Yeah, you could have done it. Be like, alright, we're moving left, we're moving right, we're going up, we're going down. His guards abandoned him.
You know, like I'll throughout the whole thing, I'm giving directions to them to the door he entered.
Okay.
Okay. If you're letting us know about Duplon and where this guy went, I will tell everyone, okay, I had stopped running because I assumed there was no fighting, but if we go after Duplon, there will be more fighting, and I will need to be there, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, we can take him with 3 of us. It'll be
I
fine.
do not. I trust
Let's
your abilities, but I do not believe you.
cut back to the group, the gaggle, with Richard Fontaine, who is being patted on the back by this ghostly figure. Not a real ghost, but like... To Runt and Dale, you barely recognize this person, and he's been amongst you for a while now. Only Mirth, like, caught his attention, and then was, like, interacted with. And you're like, who the hell is this guy? And, like, looking at Richard. Richard's the mogul here. But Mirth, you clocked this man as a goddamn ghost, and he's just interacting with people unnoticed. And, like, even Richard is just like, thank you, I'm fine, oh, stop, please. And, like, the dude's just, like, just slapping him on the back.
Okay. I kind of like give the mental like check, like, are we going after or no?
We know that they're here. I don't think we should go after them right away. We need to finish speaking with whoever this guy is and Richard and making sure he knows who we are so we can get credit for helping him. And then we'll go after them. Once we get Yugu and Zane in here.
The first smuggler.
Well, let's get him to tell us that.
The youngish
I
man
don't- Yeah.
turns his attention to you as you say this aloud, or are you still thinking?
No, it's still thinking.
Okay, cool.
So, Richard, we, and I kind of motioned to me and Mirth, are emissaries from Tolst.
Ah, yes, I saw you making a racket in the back of the room.
Racket, introducing myself, it's kind of the same thing here.
Sure. He narrows his brow. Thank you for your quick and resourceful violence. I don't know what Sylvester would have done. He keeps offering me invitations to his lesbian stronghold, and I keep refusing him.
Oh, sorry.
He does not understand that I am gay, apparently, and I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
Interesting. Well, we are glad to see that you are unharmed and glad to have helped. As I stated, Tolst is here to help Ugarist, and I have heard many unsavory things about Sylvester. It is saddening
He is
to
a
see that they are
ruffian,
true.
I will admit.
And then Runt will turn to the other person and say, I don't believe I've seen you around much.
This man stares at you for a moment, Runt. What? Huh? Who are you? What? Alright, I'll see you later. He's like, Mirth, nice catching up with you. Shoots you a finger gun, Mirth.
I'll step with them. Like, if you want, we can talk private.
I was just interested in seeing what was going on. I love excitement. But it seems like, I don't know. One of you's a little trigger happy. The other one's a little... And he just looks at Dale. It's like boring.
Oh. It was
I don't know.
nice to meet you, pale guy.
I'm not pale, fuck you. He's pale.
I
He's
do
super
have,
pale.
You look like you haven't been in the sun for weeks. How do you like that, asshole?
You look like you've been in the
please,
sun too
still.
long, bud.
I
Get
have
you
been-
some SPF 500 with your wrinkly ass skin.
Leather
I
skin.
fish.
I fish.
Dabs on
I
you.
fought a whale once.
What's a whale? Turtles are real.
Yeah, what's a
Whales don't
whale,
exist.
man? Whales don't exist. Ah, you should invest in turtles.
we do have something that might
Interest
let's
me?
say Well, we have something that interests us if you want a challenge.
I love challenges. But, if they're boring challenges, they're not worth my time. I'll do anything if it's interesting. But from what I see, we have violence. Violence? Overdone. Way too overdone. Stab a woman in the leg. Seen it a million times. You. He points to Dale again. God damn, you're boring. But you, Mirth. You look like you could be a lot of fun. So what's this challenge of yours, Mirth? He knows your name now, Mirth.
A certain
God, you keep
lesbian
flickering out of
stronghold.
existence, alright?
Phasing in and out of existence. It's so
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, I don't know. A certain stronghold. Need someone escort out of it.
Ooh. An infiltration mission in this day and age, where everyone just seems to be homeless vagabond murderers.
And the target? Well,
The
you just met
lesbian
him.
stronghold? Who hasn't been in there?
Well, not Xander, but
That's not
that's for
true.
everyone's good. Really?
Of course. I smuggled him in myself. He had a very desperate need at one point. But let us just say that not all deals fulfilled are satisfying.
I'm guaranteed I can satisfy you.
We
That
shall
So
sounds
your
wrong.
money back.
He says, "We shall see." He goes to shake your hand, but it is a feint as he flashes a smoke bomb in front of you. You blink, cough back, and he's gone. Lickety split, like a goddamn ninja.
Just in case he's watching, I'm going to try to smoke the smoke bomb.
You're gonna try
Like,
to
breathe it
smoke-
in and
You
breathe
try
out.
to breathe it all into your lungs like a
Inhale it like Kirby.
cartoon. Your chest grows like 8 sizes. But only in your imagination as you start to cough and realize this is tear gas. You quit.
God. Maybe I'll
Oh,
entertain him a little bit.
It is awful. Miss Vice returns with Kilfalva's security team. Privateers / Marines from Hyperia who are like, "What's all this then? Righto, you steampunk pieces of shit. Wait, where's the Amazonians? We were told there were things to kill." And Miss Vice
They
just,
rushed up.
"Dale, what happened? There was a fight."
Oh, they had a bit of a kerfluffle and they went off on their way once they woke up.
I'm so glad you're saying. Oh God, it smells like tear gas. And as
I'm
we
just
end
crying.
our session, as you guys start to cry, and the poor academics who are just like, "We're here to hang out with our boss at an after," just start coughing and hacking and puking on the floor. Richard Fontaine barely does any better at just being a nerd. Like, guys, Richard Fontaine does not have a lot going for him physicality-wise. Like, he is not a warrior. He's just a guy with a lot of intelligence. Maybe some wisdom. Not a lot of charisma. And, he's just a guy. You could bully the fuck out of this dude if you want, right here, right now. But you're gonna have to figure out how to do that next time we meet on City States of Klovisa, _:_ the God War.
Yay, we did it. We successfully made more moves and
True.
protected someone from the bad
True.
guys.
Dale, yay.
Thank you all so much for joining me on this auspicious day where, I don't know, things happen.
Good
And
things.
doors are closing, windows are cracking open, and it's time to find out which one we're going to shatter our body through. Gentlemen, have a lovely afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And as always, don't die. Just don't fucking die. Duh. See ya.
Ah.
Bye, everyone.